Screw it. We're starting early. I'm irritated. Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? We're
Welcome
starting
back,
early.
Welcome back,
Welcome
everyone.
back to the same old. Because I want to spend the next 15 minutes getting on Hirshiro's nerves.
Oh God, you're starting with that.
Well, I would like to because we're going to end on getting on everyone else's nerves. I would like to get Mr. we were just talking about. You think he would join us on a live stream?
I mean, I'm sure he would.
I don't know.
I'm sure he would, but he's gonna argue against every point.
Oh, that's fine. I got no problem with that. He would probably block
I mean,
me.
I can text him if you want.
No, one day I'd like to be more. I don't know, understanding, prepared, not in a pissy mood.
I have his number. I'm just saying.
Yes, I know. One
I
day,
know him.
let's wait for Ahsoka to be done. Yes, 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 yes. I got tired of sitting around. Yes, 15 minutes early, but we're still going to probably go till 10 o'clock at least because well, Lord knows what the number of tangents we're going to freaking go on. Oh
5.
my god. 5? Oh. 5.
I'm lowballing.
Who'd have thought they need you? Did you hear what well, with the video games and everything, Unity is committing essentially seppuku.
Like my company?
Unity. No, no, the game engine.
Okay.
No, the game engine. They want to start charging developers who use Unity engine to after so many downloads or some shit like that. If you make if you so many downloads and so much money, they're gonna start charging. It's not a lot, but it can.
I feel like there should be like a partnership instead of that.
It's really going to screw over the people who make free to play games with the Unity engine. And they're just
What
going
about the guys that use Unity to make like videos on YouTube?
People do. Ooh. They're just going to go to Unreal. No.
Probably.
I was watching Big Fry talk about it.
I mean, I would think a partnership would work better. Like, hey, you do so much with it. Would you like to be a partnership? And like make ads on your games if you use our stuff, and then it's a win-win. Like. Kind of like how YouTube does.
Oh no, not that, not yet. We're gonna get to that. Believe me, we're gonna get to that. I have so many problems with this. I think that some of the argument there would be, so you're just being nitpicky. No, possibly, yes, but when something gets under your skin so much that it just kind of takes you completely and totally out of the story, it's like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? But anyway, so before we get into that, last night I jumped on.
He committed blasphemy.
I did not commit blasphemy. I'm not forcing you to watch One Piece. I'm not forcing you to get involved in the live action One Piece at all. I understand your thoughts and all that stuff, but I watched the first 4 episodes and I thought it was fucking fantastic. And the only thing I could think of is, first, we have live action adaptations of things like, I don't know, Cowboy Bebop.
Evolution.
I'm just gonna go with things that I've seen.
Okay, Dragon Ball Evolution, terrible. Avatar: The Last Airbender, terrible. Full Metal Alchemist, terrible. Netflix's Death Note, terrible. Japan's Death Note, on the other hand, so good. That's actually was really good. Actually, I would recommend watching that. It's not in English.
Ahsoka live action, terrible.
So we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Don't watch Attack on Titan, by the way. The live action.
I can't. Ooh, that just sounds all kinds of creepy. It's bad enough you got giant naked, like what? Okay.
So
live action version of that one just seems like, oh no.
I know you don't watch. I've heard from a source that I like, a reliable source that typically reviews things pretty harshly, but I know it's a small anime, and I don't care if anyone judges me for watching it. I love it. I like all genres of anime except for One Piece, but we're not getting into that. There's a series called Comey Can't Communicate, and I really like it. And it got a live action adaptation, but it's slice of life, so there wasn't no need for flashiness or like big CGI. So it gets a pass.
Okay, so even still, even if you can't adapt the flashy CGI and all that other stuff, when you take something like Cowboy Bebop, they butchered the story and the characters and
yes, well, that's because the Americans did it. The creator had no hand in it. The difference between that and
he gave their blessing. He gave his blessing. It's like,
and you know what happened? They showed him the product. They rented him a private theater. He walked in there, sat down. Within 5 minutes, he got up and left.
And vomited. Oh, he couldn't even make it through the whole first episode. I had to force myself through that garbage.
I refused to watch it.
I want to go back and watch the opening of the movie. Just the opening for the movie. That's awesome.
I refuse to watch the live action Cowboy Bebop. I have set aside to not watch any live action adaptations anymore for anime.
But when it comes to One Piece, they had the Oda, the original creator, of the manga and anime.
He was involved. Yes,
he was involved.
He was heavily involved.
Heavily involved and had the final say. And it respected the manga. It respected the anime. There are quite a few differences, but again, I think I watched the first 3 episodes of the anime, and I can see the differences already. But again, it respects the characters, the story, in a way that it's going to get people into the anime. It's going to get people into the manga. Of course not you. Yes, we know that already. Oh my God.
Oh, I will never not take an opportunity to just display my disdain and hate.
See, your disdain and hatred is because of someone else, not because of the anime itself. It's because of someone else's foolishness that can't say, "Oh, we're gonna start over. Oh, we're gonna start over." Like, I don't think I could suffer like that with something like Cowboy Bebop or Trigun or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I could watch those. You can stick that shit on repeat.
That's not the point.
Yeah,
it's not the point, sir.
My whole point is, it was live action adaptation done correctly. 100% across the board, correctly. Respect the source material. Like, who would have thunk it? Who would have thought that if you don't adapt it for modern audiences and actually follow the story, respect the characters, respect
the Japanese don't give a fuck about modern accessibility. They prove that with Mario, sir.
No, I understand that, but I'm talking about in general. Hollywood, directors, producers, studios, whatever, in general. Stop shitting on the longtime fans. Stop taking a dump on the source material simply because you want to update it for modern sensibilities. And just, oh God, Wonder Woman. Oh my God. Apparently Tom King is about to just butcher Wonder Woman because, her origin story was problematic because of the original
new Wonder Woman? Like with James Gunn's Wonder Woman?
No. Oh, we'll go over this one. Hold on. This is... so I'm not 100% sure what to think on this because I don't know much about why Wonder Woman was created, but apparently it's because somebody had a kink. It's like she was created in the 40s.
There is her bracelets are called the bracelets of submission. That is a thing.
Oh my God. I haven't heard too many good things about Tom King as a writer, but whatever. I know. Created by a man who had a very specific agenda, saying that her origin stories were her problematic origin, even though, let's see, hardest mainstream character because she was created in a different time. No shit. All these characters were created in a different time, you ignorant twat. And placed by a man who had a very specific agenda. Like, you're going to talk shit about a guy that is dead. Like,
they're doing it to Dr. Seuss, so
well, they're shitting all over Dr. Seuss. Let's see. Oh, who wants to do anything easy? You talentless hack. How y'all doing? She looks like China in this photo, the wrestler. Just the massive tracts of land. Convoluted. That's like he makes all these claims in this interview. Most characters you can take back to their origin story if you have a lot of convolution. You can take Batman back, you can take Superman back. Wonder Woman is harder to do that. Like, really? Why? Created in the 40s. 1941 as a counterpoint to the era's archetype of a submissive woman, the anti-damsel in distress. Yeah, she was a badass. Her stories were, I mean, she became popular for a fucking reason. But
yeah, so people have an issue with everything nowadays.
Yeah. Well, Tom Kingston are trying to say some of that agenda was absolutely wonderful, but some is a little dated by this point. So you can't take her back to her origins, which involve a particular man's kink. But we're not going to give any sort of reference, proof, examples. We're just going to run our mouth about the reason a dead guy created a character who's beloved. Like, ignorant twat. Just I find this so frustrating. I'm going to change the character to adapt to modern sensibilities. It's like, why don't you just write a good story? How about that? What's up, Prismatics? How you doing?
Yes, well.
Oh yes, Hunty, Steve, everybody in the chat. Welcome. We're going to talk shit about Ahsoka because it was fantastic. It was the bestest ever. 10 out of 10, absolutely. And if you think I'm going to say that, well, then I'm. Anyway.
Well, as my girlfriend says, I apparently have an issue with everything nowadays. Granted, she's not wrong, but I have an issue with the bad storytelling.
But we're supposed to love all the storytelling.
I like the older stories. The
yes, Frost, we started early because I had to run my mouth. We're going to end around the same time, if not longer, but.
And she has said the same thing, yet she has given me some shite in the background because
I like a bit of shite.
Wait, what?
Wait a minute, that didn't sound right.
I mean, of course, yes, I bitch more than you do because I have passion about these things.
Oh, you're just a sad little you're just a sad little man baby.
No, she's making fun of. She's making.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and get excited for next product.
No, she's staying behind me playing Stardew, making fun of me. Because she's like, you bitch about everything. It's like, because I have passion for the things I love.
Yeah, who?
And you hate One Piece too, so I don't want to hear it.
I think you've brainwashed her to.
Oh no, she hated One Piece before I knew her.
I just think it's definitely different. That's for sure.
She hated One Piece long before I knew her.
We have questions here. If you bitch about everything that you're passionate about, we need answers.
Do I bitch about her?
Somebody over there needs answers. I mean, if you don't, does that mean you're not passionate about it? Can she hear me? This is no fun if she can't hear me.
I think she can hear you. I think she's watching us back. I think she's listening. No, she's not listening. They asked if I bitch about you because if that means I'm not passionate about you, if I don't bitch about you.
I did not pose the question, Steve. He's the instigator here.
Someone in the chat did.
Our resident chat instigator.
She just laughed at the question.
Yes, she's one of us.
She thought, and she's smirking in the background, making that big smile that she.
I can hear the glares. When I meet her, she's gonna kick my ass.
No, she's not gonna kick your ass. She thinks you're funny.
Yay! Stroke my ego. Guess that's the only thing. Never mind. Anyway.
Well, then again, she's not hard to make laugh. I can make her laugh pretty easy, and I'm terrible, I'm funny.
Oh, there's so many jokes there.
I am so unfunny.
Hard.
Everyone in this chat can vouch for how unfunny I am. So
that's why we usually have alcohol involved.
I don't drink. So, haha.
What if they remake Stardew Valley for modern audiences? Modern audiences. I wish I could say it like Drinker does.
I don't know how you could I've never played Stardew Valley, so I don't know how you could. I don't know if it was outdated or not.
I mean, how could you actually ruin Stardew Valley? I mean, It's a
I don't know. I've never played it, so I don't know what
it's
the
kind
game's
of
about.
fun. It's a micromanaging kind of thing where days go by, seasons go by.
Yes, but I'm saying I don't know how you can wokenize it. Is what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
Because you can be whatever you can create your own character. I think.
Belch.
So I don't know how you can wokenize a character custom character
Am I
creation
thinking of
game.
the wrong game?
Oh,
What's
it's
Sanguine? What are you talking about? Wait. How is it in space? That's not in space. You're on a planet.
Yeah, it's like a farming game. I think.
Yeah.
It's like a 2D version of The Sims.
Or Minecraft. I mean, I wouldn't say Minecraft.
No, not no. It's like 2D Animal Crossing.
I would attribute it more to Animal Crossing than Minecraft. Yes.
Yeah, no. There's already a 2D Minecraft game. It's called Terraria.
There's Terraria and I think I know what Sanguine's talking about. There is a sci-fi spacefaring version of Terraria.
Is it
Where you go from
oxygen not included?
No. Do 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 do. Oh, what is it called? Starbound. That's what.
By
you're
the way,
thinking of.
this is tangent 1. By the way, we just totally went on a tangent.
You sure? Tangent 1 or Tangent 2?
I don't know.
Sanguine, you're thinking about the game Starbound. It's the same concept as Terraria, but you're an alien in space and stuff, and you can board ship and go from planet to planet. The game, what was it? The Escapist, that little prison game.
Yeah,
I liked that one. I like the different versions that they made of that, where they
I've
made a
watched
version
Market
for.
Back play it.
Yeah. They have like the original was the prison version for the Escapist. Then they had the Walking Dead version, and then there's one called the Survivalist, which I actually like more than all of them, because you pretty much you get shipwrecked on an island and you have to build up all your shit in base, and you get attacked every once in a while. I think it would be a lot of fun if they made some sort of space wreck sci-fi version of that. I would be all over that shit.
You like sci-fi, but apparently you don't like sci-fi because you hate Star Wars. Don't you know? That's what the fans say.
No, I love Star Wars. I think Disney is shit. Disney's not no. And again, I like Ray Stevenson's character. He's fantastic on the screen. I think he's well written. His dialogue is I think it's more him than his dialogue. It's just the rest of it is fucking crap.
I mean, his presence
should have a TVA alert on his avatar when he's about to go on a tangent. You think I get a warning when we go off on tangents? Thoughts pop in and out of my brain.
Maybe you should put a button, like install a button that you could press to get your little stream deck and get a button every time you go on a tangent. Hey. Go on a tangent, you get like a little tangent alert.
I mean, Twitch, like the Stream Thoughts have something like that, don't they? The OnlyFans girls, they have something like that. That's remote control. They get, never mind. That's something.
I mean,
totally
yes,
different.
they do. I told Casey when he streams, he should wear a shock collar. Every time someone donates $10 or more, it shocks the fuck out of him.
Oh my God, he would make thousands.
Well, apparently you're not allowed to wear shock devices anymore on Twitch. It's against DMCA strike. It can give you a DMCA strike, I think.
Not a DMCA. It's against their terms of service, a self-harm thing.
But you can wear it under your clothes, and it's implied. Therefore, as long as it's not seen,
nobody would believe you. Just tell everybody I got a vibrator up. No, never mind. See, we can't. We're going. Are you demonetized? Oh, don't worry.
He's getting there.
If I'm demonetized. Is the stream? Let's put monetization. Let's turn monetization on.
I mean, it's already
inappropriate
on.
language. Yes. No, it's not. Live streams. It's not automatic. I have to actually turn it on.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for a live stream, like for my videos, I have to actually turn monetization on. I have to turn it on.
Well, I wouldn't know because I haven't got there yet. If y'all can get me there,
we got to do something like an alarm. Yeah, I don't think an alarm would be bad. Any kind of alarm, any sort of noise. That's why, like, one of the things I had, this little thing. What did I make? This one. I like this, and I want to try and put some sort of sound to it. But
I did find a free video editing software. So
do tell. Share with the rest of us.
it was it's on my dashboard.
It's my turn to murder the chat. You have been trying to take me out all this time. It's my turn to get some revenge. Sorry.
I think it's called Clip
Go
It.
after Steve.
I'll pull it up in a second. Hold on, man. I am in a dungeon right now.
Kinky.
Yes. My girlfriend has me strapped to the table.
Oh, that sounds like okay.
She's turning the stretchy wheel as we speak.
Sorry, I'm just thinking back to the episode.
Okay, so the program is called Clip Champ.
Clip Champ.
Yes, it's a free Microsoft editing software. Because I tried to edit my videos on YouTube, like you suggested, but my videos are too long to be edited on YouTube.
What?
So
I've never tried to upload a 6-hour stream.
Yes, I don't know.
Champ.
Oops. Hold on,
What's up, Jason? Jason, come hang out with us.
Someone's calling.
You watch Ahsoka. We need to dump all over it.
But I'm not going to answer that call.
Oh, please don't let my phone ring. Please don't let my phone.
Shh. What's up, Jason? Actually, Jason popped in my stream the other day. It was nice, very nice of him.
Jason's awesome. Even though he hates everything, but he's better than you. Like One Piece.
Fuck you, One Piece is shit, and I will die on this hill.
So what are we gonna do? Okay, so what are we gonna do if Yu Yu Hakusho comes out in December and it's also good? Well, I mean,
Yu Yu Hakusho.
We'll celebrate. That's for damn sure. I mean, 2 live action.
Yu Yu Hakusho is a childhood staple in my life, sir.
One thing's for sure.
And
so
there, I didn't
hate
up and down again. Or bitch about Yu Yu Hakusho. Not you. I'm talking to my girlfriend.
Stay by the microphone.
I'm right here. I just turned my back. All I had to do was do this, turn around, and she's right behind me on her computer. And I said, "See, I didn't bitch about Yu Yu Hakusho. I fucking love Yu Yu Hakusho. All right, there. I'm not bitching about it."
So, if anything else, I mean, honestly, the number one thing that the One Piece live action has got me doing, it got us talking about all of our favorite animes last night, and interest in watching them again. And I think that would be fantastic. I think I would enjoy that. Like, oh, yoy.
Well, you do what you feel like you gotta do. I'm not touching that with a stretchy pole.
Here's with a stretchy pole. I mean,
yeah, I'm making fun of One Piece.
You're making fun of One Piece. See, that leads to the question: what does Luffy's dick do?
Everything.
I mean, if his arms and
trust me, there's enough hentai out there to give you.
Wow! Oh. Oh no!
Wait, is she using the cheese grater and molasses, or is she more of a leather straps dog? I don't know. When you're a dominatrix, love, how are
compressor. Steve?
Who the fuck is calling my phone?
Air compressor? I'm
Oh no, love. What kind of dominatrix are you? She's thinking about it. She's pondering.
The electric shock type.
She likes electricity.
Ooh.
There you go. Which one? Steve, there's your answer. She likes the electric shocks.
Okay. Do 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 do. Out. Okay. So, everybody, let's check this out.
If it's One Piece, I'm just gonna tune out. All right.
It's not. Shut up. Okay. Oh, it's do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm a friendly stranger in a black sedan. I want you hop inside my car. Let's see.
No, that's how we go to prison.
How do you mute? How do you auto mute everybody when you do this? So, ready?
No.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Oh yeah, I like that. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. He just
That
nutted
was-
in his pants a bit.
Oh, that was humming the Incredibles themes. No, the dun dun dun. That's Oh, I guess that is part that little bitty tune, but no, that's I'm your vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you want to go. That was a very creepy song, but nobody knew what it meant. It's like, I'm a friendly stranger in a black sedan. I want you to hop inside my car.
I haven't watched The Incredibles in like I don't know how long.
The Incredibles 1 was one of the greatest movies that they put out. Pixar put out. Yes, Pixar. I mean, they put out some fantastic. I mean, I loved Brave.
I love Toy Story.
Toy Story 1 was fantastic. 4 was shite.
Inc.
Monsters Inc. was good. All the old shit. Up told a better story in what? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? The opening sequence of that movie? A far better story than, I don't know, anything in fucking Monsters and Turtles. I'm a dog. You scratch behind my ear, I'll shake my leg and try to hump your leg. Anyway, I'm very okay. Yes, maybe not like a cat, but yes, I'm definitely easy to please. I am a guy. Okay.
No, he is definitely.
How do you please a man? Show up naked, bring beer. Beer optional.
You can definitely distract him with a laser pointer. I've seen it happen.
Incredibles 2 was okay, but it did not live up to the first Incredibles. I still love Brave. I think they did Merida so they did her character, the strong female character. They gave her a story. They did her character correctly, because
Bug's Life was good.
Bug's Life was fantastic. But with Merida, it was you had a character with an attitude, with a story arc, a hero's journey, struggle, loss, win, all that other stuff. That's all we ask for in our stories, in our heroes and heroines. But no, you got to give us Mary Sue Palpatine and demand that we like her, or else you're just a misogynist. And fucking Carol Danvers, Jesus Christ. Inability to write a good female character. Oh, she's just there on the screen. You have to like her, right? Because if you don't, you're a misogynist. Fucking stupid shit.
No, I just don't. I really don't like when they Superman a character. I really don't like it. They just make them the most powerful thing ever.
Superman,
like,
oh, and watch me. You watch me.
That is not what we're talking about, sir.
Does that qualify as a tangent?
No, that is no.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
What's your What's your motto? Oh, where the fuck did it go? Right there. What's your motto? Put him in the cone of shame.
Who's getting put in the cone of shame?
Hold on. Brave is a bit of a scatterbrained story. Not horrible, but it's all. How is it all over the place at time? It's quite easy to follow. Like, what makes it all over the place? Huh?
I don't know. I haven't watched Brave, so I don't know.
Are you saying I'm stupid? Do I look stupid to you? Here, this is an ant, thunk. Ah, the fuck. How about this one? So many great movies. What the fuck happened to Disney and Pixar and Lucasfilm? What in the fuck happened? The ability to write strong characters, strong male characters, strong female characters, build them up to be equal, to help each other, whether or not it's just God. Okay, I'm all right.
Modernize audiences, sir.
This idea that the only way to write a strong female character is, first of all, you have to tear everyone else around you. They cannot fail. Everyone has to love them. Hand it everything left, right, and center. I bypass the compressor. fuck off, bitch. You don't know what the fuck is going on a starship just because you ransacked a goddamn crashed Star Destroyer. It's not functioning. That doesn't make any fucking sense. But no, we have to sit there and accept it. And if you don't like it, well, you're just a hater. What are the haters going to be about this time? Fuck off.
All right, now take a deep breath.
I'm so fucking tired of this whole bullshit narrative, whether it is from the fucking Member Berries fans who just want to go, oh, look, Anakin and Ahsoka were fighting on the screen. Ooh, lightsabers. No, there was no substance in that fight. The dialogue was shit. Yes, we're going to start talking about that right fucking now. The dialogue was garbage. The choreography was garbage. Absolute garbage.
I can agree. I can agree. Like I said earlier before we started streaming, me and my girlfriend went back and put on like the fight scene in episode 3, and they slowed Anakin down.
That was good choreography. Okay,
so much.
Revenge of the Sith.
I don't know. Granted, I don't know if they slowed him down for Rosario Dawson not wanting to train with a lightsaber or do sword training, or if they slowed it down because of Hayden's age. I can understand Hayden's age.
I'm going to go with Rosario Dawson not giving a fuck about the scene, not wanting to practice, to train, to put in the hours to make it look enjoyable and believable. But no, she just slow. Oh, I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it there. And it's going to be these slow, just minuscule fucking turns and everything. And just with the lamestream media, these shill websites going, well, if you don't like it, well, then if you don't like Reva's character, well, you're just racist.
Okay, so
no, she was written poorly. She's a piss poor fucking character.
Right now, Hayden Christensen is 42 years old. That was 8.
And how old was Ewan McGregor when he did those scenes in Revenge?
Right now, he's 50. He's 52 years old. So okay. Hayden was that episode 3 was 18 years ago. So that would, whenever that movie came out, that would have made him. He was 24 when he was 24 when wait, no, that can't be right.
Fucking rant ass shit.
Yeah, he was 24 years old whenever the movie came out. And
who wore an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini? I want to see it. Where is it?
And Ian McGregor was 34 years old whenever that movie came out. So right now, Hayden's 42 and Ian is 52. So they were a lot
mid-30s. You think mid-30s? Ewan McGregor was mid-30s during Revenge of the Sith?
I just told you how old he was.
Dude, even in the 40s, you can do cardio, you can exercise, you can practice. You just simply practicing the choreography. You just
hold on a second. Let's
Disney found out, like the rest of the weird world, that they were going to pander to a group of people.
Right now, Rosario Dawson is 2 years older than Hayden Christensen. She's 44 years old. So he is younger than her, and they still had to slow down.
The Member Berries pandering is the only thing this entire episode had to offer. Everything else was just
like I said before. I'm really glad that Hayden's back, but I wish she would be back under better circumstances. Because I liked him as Anakin. I really did. I don't care what anyone says.
I have met, in my line of work, I run into actual misogynists who think that ladies cannot do the job that Hoshiro and I do, because our fields are pretty much, I'm not going to say that. They're very similar. No, they're the same fucking thing. Okay? And what we do, and like throughout the years, many, many years, actual misogyny, you don't belong out here. You're a woman. You can't do this job. And it's like, motherfucker, that bitch going to run circles around you. Shut the fuck up.
No, I agree. I've definitely seen some women in our field that do a fantastic job.
I do like the interview that Frostfang was talking about. Mads Mikkelsen, they're coming out with a movie that was in Denmark in like the 1700s or something like that. Like it's a period piece movie where the population of the area at the time when the movie was made, a whole bunch of whiteys, and the interviewer, the journalist, asked Mads Mikkelsen about the lack of diversity and how that affects its.
Wait, did they try to say there was a lack of diversity in the Nazi scene from Indiana Jones?
No. It's a different movie. It's a period piece movie that they're doing.
Also,
But
Chris, I don't know if that was the real Anakin. It could have been her imagination. Was it confirmed that it was the real Anakin?
it didn't say anything at all, you know. Like, and most powerful and skilled Jedi to exist gets defeated by Ahsoka when she wasn't even wielding a lightsaber. So, can you say that was actually Anakin or just a figment of her imagination to try to get over her own personal hang-ups? She trained herself. That's why she's so strong and powerful now and came out as Ahsoka the White. Because we have to even rip off fucking Lord of the Rings.
Well, they need their beats. Otherwise, they're because everybody's like creatively bankrupt.
Lose my fucking mind over a space movie with space wizards and laser swords. Fuck Freddie Prinze Jr., you ignorant twat. The first time I heard that idiot's rant, I thought it was funny, and then I realized what he was saying, that he was insulting the original trilogy, the sequel trilogy, and the fans, the longtime fans of my generation, of my dad's generation, that put Star Wars on the fucking map, that made it what it was, that made George Lucas billions of dollars, if not millions of billions of dollars, that kept Star Wars going in the expanded universe. Fuck you, extended universe, you ignorant twats. That kept it going with whatever toy lines, Legos, the books, the comic books, and Freddie Prinze twat wants to sit there and just take a big steaming fat dump on all of those people. And the more I thought about it, the more I can't even talk. The more furious I got. And then other people sitting there trying to say that I just don't like anything. And it's like, no. If I don't like Star Wars, I don't like where it's going. I would like it to be better. I would like it to be written better. I would,
Agreed. I would very much like the quality we got.
I couldn't give a shit who's in charge. Just do better writing. Okay? I don't care if Kathleen stays in charge until she's 190 years old and disappears into a pile of dust. I don't. I don't know how much involvement she had before she took over as CEO of Lucasfilms.
Probably not. She started off as an intern, I think, and she.
A lot of people want to sit. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Didn't they say that she started off as an intern, and the reason why she rose to the ranks because she wanted to get rid of the male leads in Star Wars because she felt like there needed to be more female leads in it.
The Force is female. Well, she's credited as being executive producer, as being involved in all these movies that we love. Indiana Jones. That's really the only
then why is she trying to destroy them?
Don't know. I mean, is anyone really going to know 100% beyond a shadow of doubt how much involvement she had in those movies that were massive successes, and versus how much involvement she has in these movies, which are abject failures? There's no denying those were successes. The old ones were successes. These new ones, failures. I don't care how much money.
Well, I know you're going to say yes, but do you think that the reason why movies back then were better is because because there was no social media for them to check on what was right and what was wrong? It was just they had to guess when they made the movies, and now they use social media as like a standard for what is and what isn't the right thing to do with the movie.
That's a good question.
Because back then, before MySpace, that's the first. I'm pretty sure there was plenty of other social media sites, but that's my first experience with social media was MySpace.
Here's the thing: we did not have instant news, instant this, instant that. We still had the 6 o'clock news. We still had the 10 o'clock news. We had the morning news. We had the newspaper, which was they were
you
good.
Couldn't comment on that.
But it came out the next day. Sure, you could comment. You could comment to your friends. You could comment all.
I meant like you couldn't comment online. They had for everybody to
radio
see
stations. We still had radio stations. It may not have been instantaneous, and you didn't have a bunch of paint chip eating people responding and giving their opinion. When please, I'm sorry, not everyone should give their opinion because it's just like, okay. So yeah, I think social media has affected the direction that modern entertainment is going. Mostly because the powers that be seem to they put more stock, more credence, credence, no, a bunch of cretins. They put more weight behind
What people say
Twitter.
online.
No, specifically Twitter, because they think like Twitter has such a small microcosm. I don't fucking care. I bring peace and milk to new. I do think it has had an effect. Unfortunately, it's been a negative effect because they're paying attention to the squeaky wheels. Even though, hold on, Steve, if we're talking about buttholes, a nice clean one deserves never mind. Not all of them should be shared. I will be the judge of that if you don't mind. I said what I said. Where was the fuck was I talking about? They're listening, not understanding where the money's coming from. Most of the people, at least what I think, what I've seen, and what's happened.
It seems like they think all their fans are on Twitter or social media. Like that, there's some people that that don't use the social media that are still fans. Just they don't say anything because they don't care about voicing their opinion online. So I don't know. I feel like there should be a way to make an opposite version of Twitter where I don't know.
Oh, people have tried that, and it's done the same thing. How a lot of people saw Twitter as far in one direction. Well, these other social media outlets, similar to Twitter, X, whatever the fuck you want to call it, they became a haven for the opposite end of the spectrum. And as far as I'm concerned, the extremes on both sides are all shit. All of them.
No, I agree. I hate far left and I hate far right.
Like the ability to think for yourself is so very important. And if you can do that, if you can think for yourself, you're not going to be on the far left. You're not going to be on the far right. It's impossible because your opinions are not going to line up like that. You're going to be like, I guess the best example, you will be closer to one side or the other, but it just stay out of echo chambers. Regardless of the echo chamber has conservative leanings. If stay out of conservative echo chambers, stay out of liberal.
I don't listen
echo
to the
chambers
news or
are
any
bad
of that
for
stuff.
everyone. You have to have the all the opinions. You have to hear them all and make your own decision. It's what I've always tried to do. I listen to everything. No matter how stupid some people think it is, it's like, no, I give everything a shot. I listen to everything and I make up my own mind.
I try to desperately avoid.
I have
the
liberal
far
leanings. I am
no
not
matter
exactly
what side of the spectrum it is. I try to
sake.
avoid any kind of political standing of any kind. I just don't care enough.
Well, that's why I use conservative and liberal as terms instead of left and right and Republican and Democrat and all that other shit. Because
it's all the same.
You can have conservative values and you can have liberal values and they can intermingle. Okay. I have some values that people would look at me and go, I'm sorry, no. And that's okay.
Yeah, it's called being in the middle or just not giving a shit.
It's called free thinking individual. Well, yeah. I follow George Carlin's way of thinking. I choose to think for myself.
I mean, I would say don't we all? Well, at least our hopefully I would say our close circle of friends, but then we have Mr.
I kind of envy him. I genuinely do.
Well, I guess ignorance is bliss.
I don't want to say ignorance is bliss because that sounds insulting sometimes, and I don't want to insult him. I love him to death. Okay, I'm not
saying anything bad. I'm just saying I understand where he's coming from. He's got the nostalgia glasses on.
Yeah, but it's sooner or later you got to take those off and for lack of a better term, call a spade a spade.
I think he's still living back then with, back in episode 1 and 2 and 3, the original 1, 2, and 3, not 4, 5, and not 4, 5, and 6, not 1, 2,
the original,
and 3.
the OG,
yes.
The original trilogy, or OG, the original Star Wars.
I mean, he could be a simple Star Wars fan who's just happy there's more Star Wars. It could be as simple as that.
Quantity over quality. That's terrible.
I'm very well aware how terrible it is.
I want good Star Wars. Take whoever was in charge of writing, directing, and give them something else. Give them a movie. Give them a decent budget movie. It doesn't have to be this big budget extravaganza.
Or, don't make it a prequel to something where everybody dies. In the
put
movie.
that fucker 1,000 years in the future or 1,000 years in the past. Get away from the Skywalkers. Get away from Palpatine, Skywalker. Get away from Yoda. Make your own story. Pick an era, or hell, you can
just retell a book, and actually follow the book.
Put it into the far, far future where you can start from scratch. Begin again with new characters, with a new order. Maybe, I don't know. How could you actually start over like an era where the force users become more prevalent without copying any of the stories that are already out there?
I mean, can't you just go back before the Old Republic or to the first Jedi, I guess?
Oh, to the High Republic, what they all dumped all over? That was horrible. That did not land well. Posted something funny in your Discord. Oh boy. See, y'all scare me because it's usually Steve saying, "Hey, I got something in the Discord for you," and I look over and I'm distracted for 5 minutes.
I mean, you could. Unfortunately, aren't they doing a story about the First Jedi? Are they supposed to be doing a story about the First Jedi?
Is that I don't know if that's the Acolyte, which is going to be another dumpster fire because of Leslie Headland, the former personal assistant to Harvey Weinstein.
I don't know any of those names.
I don't know if it's don't worry about it. I know the Acolyte is coming.
And from the concept images or the trailer images that I've seen, it looks terrible. The costumes look bad.
That's impossible because you haven't seen. If you're talking about the High Republic, then yeah, it's just super generic. The Acolyte is High Republic. Okay. Not.
I'll watch it before I pass Final Judgment, but
I'll absolutely watch it before I pass Final Judgment.
But just from the images that I've seen and the people working on it, I'm not thrilled.
Not quite so long ago in a galaxy far away, but not that far. That is modern Disney Star Wars because everything seems to center around Tatooine. They keep going back to the same
Corellia.
This is what I'll give to Ahsoka. They're not reusing set pieces. Although in the first 3 minutes of this goddamn episode, they reused. It felt like they just took clips from these other episodes and said, "Hey, that's going to be the intro," because you saw up in the water over the forest, panning through the water as the establishing shot, and then up the cliff establishing shot, and then the fucking runes, the
map room. Or I wouldn't say the map room, but like the map section.
It's like it felt like they were just using these scenes, the establishing shots from other episodes.
So
it's like.
Also, my girlfriend was watching. My girlfriend was sort of watching it with me. She's like, whenever she first saw that scene with the orb, and she said she looked at me. She goes, "Isn't that just Treasure Planet?"
Yes, it's another MacGuffin, either Treasure Planet or the Dagger map. That was.
If anyone here has not seen Treasure Planet, you should go watch Treasure Planet.
You should go watch Treasure Planet. It's fantastic. Treasure Planet is one of those things where you look at it and go, "Oh, it's just a sci-fi retelling of Treasure Island." Yes, and it's good.
It actually makes you care about the characters.
So good.
The animation is really good too.
Kind of like the live-action One Piece made me care about all these characters.
Oh, fuck off! We're gonna ignore that.
I'm gonna keep doing this.
I want that stricken from the record. But yes, you should go watch Treasure Planet.
This is
Treasure Planet is okay. All right, hold on.
Shame.
No.
Shame.
That movie was fantastic.
Prismatics. Shame.
Just like Atlantis was great.
Shame.
It's like those underrated Disney movies. Both Treasure Planet and Atlantis.
Yes, Atlantis
amazing.
was. I can understand preferring Atlantis because, hey, look, I made a bridge. Took 10 seconds. 11 tops.
And no one bitched about Kaya being a strong woman when that movie was made.
See, her difference in age, like thinking about how old she is versus
Hey, he was like a consenting adult. All right, we're gonna move past that.
But no, that brought me to Red Dwarf, where if it's any consolation, if she was still alive, the age difference would be insurmountable. I've been eating half the group. Jason, yes. Welcome aboard.
Hello, everybody. And One Piece is fucking good. I don't care about your
Fuck
views,
off,
Josh.
Jason.
One Piece
I
is
don't-
fucking good. The live action is
No.
one of the
Round
best things I've
one.
seen in a
No,
long
no,
fucking
no, no,
time.
no, no, no.
And that live action show made me want to read and watch more of the anime.
There is not
It's
a force
10
on this
I
planet.
don't care what the fuck you have to say. I don't care about your fuck-tarded opinions, bro.
There is not
The
a
main-
force
okay,
on this
so look,
planet that
so-
I will ever make me watch, read, or exist in the same room as One Piece.
So the main thing that we're trying to say about this whole thing, what me and Jason are
I
trying
very
to say,
well understand what
is-
you're trying to say, but fuck One Piece.
it's not just that, oh, the live action One Piece is great. It's like, no, it did the job right. That's the
Yep,
main
they
thing.
did it right.
Okay. It did the job right. It
Yep.
took an anime, adapted it to live action, and gave
Respected
with
IP,
with
showed
respect.
love.
Okay. And
and
that's something
everything.
that Netflix, Hollywood, all these different studios need to freaking learn from.
It was produced on Netflix, though.
Yes, I know, which was
Yeah, it
which
was.
has everybody kind of confused after, Cowboy Bebop shows up and is just a shit. And then
Again, the creator was involved in this one, whereas
Yeah,
Cowboy
Oda
Bebop
was.
didn't.
this is
Oda
still
was a
Netflix.
part
This is
of it.
still Netflix.
It's
And
still Netflix.
yeah, well, he had final say, didn't he?
He had a lot of final say.
Thank God.
And
Again,
that is
I
really
would say
good.
Mario
And the
proved
good
that,
thing too, like I've said yesterday, like I said, the good thing with this live action is that a lot of normies that is not big fans of anime
Mhm.
have started to be like, oh shit, I kind of want to go into the anime world. I want to know what One Piece is, and it's a good thing with this whole thing. And Hush,
And yet,
you just have bad opinions, man. You're just
no,
negative on that stuff.
no, sir. I am sick and tired of One Piece. I don't know if did you hear the story? Did JJ? I'm sorry, Kilty tell you the story?
wow. Hi,
Shut
everybody.
Did he tell you this? Did he tell you the story?
Oh God, we're gonna
I'm
hear it again.
curious. I mean, I will
Oh,
gladly tell the story.
Hoshiro
again.
got tortured with his roommate who watched the first 3 seasons, then someone new would come over, watch the first 3 seasons again, and somebody new would come over, watch the first season again and again and again and again and again and over again. And that I can understand. If you're
I had
sitting
to
there,
sit there, the only TV in the apartment, for
Oh, no.
about 4 weeks, watching the same 3 seasons 10 times over again, and having them say, "Oh, this is just the best thing ever." Like, shut the fuck up. God,
One Piece is still good.
in that sense, I can
look,
understand it.
if anyone
So-
likes the show, watch the show.
We're
just
gonna get back on
can't
track
fucking
eventually.
stand it. It is dead to me. Because believe it or not, whenever I was in high school, so my father didn't like that I liked anime because my father wanted me to, be his son. Like he wanted me to like football and all the other stuff, like sports. Not like anime. Well, my friend got me my first, my first anime. This is the generic anime everybody's watched was Dragon Ball. I didn't know that was anime at the time. I was just a kid.
Hero was my introduction to anime.
I was just a kid watching Toonami.
Japanime, as we Westerners called it. As all the
My
stupid
first
kaijin called
real series that
Kaijin.
got me into anime fully was Naruto. And because my friend started showing me the mangas and all that stuff. Point is, as soon as I started watching Naruto, I started watching Inuyasha, Cowboy Bebop, Trigun,
Good shit.
Yu Yu Hakusho, Guilty Crown, Gurren Lagann, just shit like that. And I loved it all. Well, so my school was doing this thing where we would get if we read, we did the reading points thing. If you read enough points, you got prizes. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if they did do that over there in Norway, but in America, whenever you read a lot of books in school, they do a point system where you enter the book, you take a little quiz on the computer, and if you pass the test, you get points, and you can spend those points on prizes the school will offer. Well, it just so happens Shonen Jump magazine was one of the prizes, a subscription, it was a full year subscription to Shonen Jump. So
That's cool.
when the magazines would come out once a week or month or however they came out, I got to read them. And I read One Piece because that was what's on the shonen. And I was just reading whatever's there. And I liked it. But then when I finally got the chance to watch everything, I was like, all right, fine. I'm going to finally sit down and watch it. And then my fucking roommates ruined it. Yeah, it's almost kind of like how the fandom of My Hero has almost ruined My Hero.
So they ruined you while they were fucking?
Yes. Yes. My butthole was sore.
Don't die, brother.
No, I can take a lot of abuse, sir. I mean, I have to deal with friends who talk about One Piece, so that's the abuse I gotta deal with. But point is, though,
are we still monetized?
Probably not.
Oh shit.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. If there was an anime you could make as a live action, if you believe you could do it faithful, what would you do? If money wasn't an issue,
I would have done a fucking good job at Death Note because that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite IPs.
Have you watched the Japanese live action?
Oh yeah, I've talked about it many times. I'm a big supporter of the four movies.
It's not like
the four movies. The four movies are really good. The guy who made Alice in Borderland made the fourth movie, and I love Death Note 4, the fourth in the franchise, because it's an original story. He respected the IP. He actually listened to the creators when it comes to Misa and how she died by basically committing suicide. That's also how they explained it. They listened. They respected.
The only difference in like live action and the anime was that Light didn't die the same way. He purposely wrote his name in the book to avoid Light from killing him.
Yeah, and I like that change. I like the changes they did.
L was my favorite character, so like
it made more sense. In my view, it made a lot more sense that L survives to the end, and I really like they had the father survive till the end because it made more impactful with the whole death. So I really liked a lot of these changes. I really enjoyed them. But don't watch the fucking TV show, the TV drama from Japan. No.
Oh.
The TV drama. They made a Japanese TV drama of Death Note live action.
No, if you're gonna watch the live action, watch the movies.
If you think Netflix was bad, well, in the live action TV drama, they basically made Light into a simp for Misa when she's a pop star, and he wanted to commit suicide. And he's just a regular boy, just even worse than a Netflix movie. Yeah, they ruined that a lot more, and people don't talk about that.
I didn't even know it existed. It was that far off my radar.
L, he doesn't eat candy or anything. He's more of a healthy guy, and he wears shoes. And he's a pretty boy, like super pretty, boy, like a K-pop star, basically.
Yep. How dare they? You can't take his sweets away from him.
Oh, they did.
All right, Gilton, what about you?
What about me? A better version of Cowboy Bebop. Honestly, a better version of Cowboy Bebop with faithful character designs, faithful to the story. Yeah. Cowboy Bebop is my number one serial anime.
Gilton, I have an idea.
Huh?
Let's do a proper fan film of it.
Well, if it was my choice, obviously you know the answer. I'd do Berserk.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that choice.
Hardcore Berserk fan.
Yeah, that's a good choice, brother. I know you don't like One Piece, but you earn more respect now for saying that. And at least you're not a Barbie gay, so that's also good.
No, my first armor cosplay that I made was Berserk, was Guts. I did the original Black Swordsman armor from the first manga. Not the I like both versions of the Black Swordsman armor, but personally I like the rounded pauldrons better than the spiked pauldrons before he gets the actual Berserker armor. So I did that version before they changed the armor up and like the armor pre. Whenever you read the manga, I made the armor pre prequel arc.
Yeah.
Before he did the flashback of the golden arc.
Yeah.
Or the golden
dude,
age
that's
arc.
amazing, bro. That's amazing, dude. I love it.
Let me see if I can find a picture. I got a picture somewhere. I could post it in the Discord. Are you in Kilton's Discord?
Yeah, I am.
Cool.
And I know that we are gonna go through Ahsoka soon. It's just like we started talking about anime shit.
Well, anime is better to talk about.
Hey, Kilton, there is no time. It's no time to choke on a dick, okay?
If enough money was offered, he would. He's not even denying. Eventually, I am gonna make the Berserker armor myself, but that's for later down the road. Whenever money is allowing me to make that expensive ass cosplay, because the original armor I built will cost me about $800 to build with materials alone.
Yeah, well, it does cost a lot and effort and take a lot of effort and stuff like that to make a cosplay. I used to cosplay a little bit myself back in the day.
There we go. Got some. There you go. That's one of the pictures I can find. Let's see if I find another one. But
is that you?
That is me.
Damn, dude, that looks good.
Took me months to build that armor.
Yeah, but that looks good.
I've cosplayed my newest fully set of armor.
Steve does it again.
Is Goblin Slayer. Let's see. Oh, here's another picture of the armor that has more full body armor. Yeah, there it is.
Let me see.
You want to go get my car washed?
Ooh, that is good. That's good, man. I really like that.
The sword itself is made of wood. It wasn't foam, so it's a bitch to lug around all day.
So next time you're doing this cosplay, just remember to train every single fucking day and become like as buff as him.
I tried, man. I for the longest time, I kind of let myself go a little bit because, but I tried my damnedest to get into like really good shape. I was working out hardcore, and I know this is for vanity reasons, but I was definitely doing it to look better in cosplay. But
a lot of us do. But I used to train. I used to train every day before. I'm gonna get back into training. I used to be really big with muscles.
My girlfriend wants us to go back to the gym, so
fuck the gym. I do it all at home. Fuck the gym.
We don't have the space.
I barely have the space, but I still do it. There's no fucking excuse.
Why is this shit running so slow?
But yeah, if
Life's
I
too
had
short,
the money,
make the most of it. There's no excuse.
If I had the money, I would, because I already own almost every volume of Berserk. I'm missing a few, just because I could order it online, but I like to go to conventions and hunt, or bookstores and hunt for the volumes myself. I could just buy them online, but I don't like doing it that way. So,
yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah. So if it was up to me, though, I would first off, I would hire a cast to play, obviously to play the characters, but I'd also make each and every one of them would read the manga before they played the character. That was my rule if I was gonna make a live action of Berserk. But yeah. And if any of you in the chat, have a live action you would want to remake, or an anime if you would like to turn to a live action, shout it out.
Ray Stevenson's performance got me interested to know what this character's backstory was. Got me wanting to know more about his character. Ahsoka,
I was muted.
Sabine. Ahsoka, I did not know. That's your own fault.
I was going to
Ahsoka's performance, Rosario Dawson's performance, Sabine Wren. I couldn't care less.
Ray Stevenson is the best actor of the whole crew there.
Mm-hmm.
He is the best one of them. He is a class act and everything.
It's like he cares.
Is it just me, or is it her makeup or something? I feel like Rosario has not really made any facial expressions.
She has barely done it. I've been.
Well, at the end of this episode, she smiles.
Yeah, so I've been watching this also with my partner who's done a lot of makeup and all that kind of stuff. So we have actually gone through the facial expression when it comes to, for example, fight scenes. And when you see like her movements, her body language, it's really bad. She does not how she doesn't know how to do facial expressions when she fights. It doesn't look like she's even trying.
Oh, but
She looks
she's
like
grown
Bella.
and she's mature and stoic
Oh
now.
no,
Like-
I hate that thing when people say that. But again, when you see her, I always call her Bella from Twilight in basically every scene I see her, because she's so there's no passion, there's no feelings.
Like I've
There's
been in
nothing.
full body. I've been in full body
Star
makeup, and I
Wars,
was able to.
Star
I
Wars.
was able to fucking like emote.
Yeah, and also the makeup in there on her is really bad. It's like,
Oh yeah, no. I was saying whenever they took the headband off, I was like, man, they could have made that look a little bit better.
Yes, exactly. And since my partner, also have done a lot of makeup, and I've done a lot of makeup myself back in the day with cosplaying and being a fucking goth and emo. You can see her white lines are fading, so you're starting to see the orange underneath it and all that. And it's bad. They have not done it well. It's really cheap the way they have done the makeup. They've not
Oh
used
my
the
lord, what is with the light?
proper makeup tools on it. They
Hey,
should have done a lot
Kilton, you
more.
were wondering why they didn't never took the flight hat off of the green girl. It's because the makeup artwork was probably bad underneath that helmet.
Okay, so I know the practical reason behind it. Okay, and it's still dumb. It still does not make any sense whatsoever, and that's a problem. It's like, I'm not going to take off any of my makeup or anything like this because, you have to be able to recognize who she is. You have to be able to recognize her from the animated show, from the cartoon, because otherwise, how's anybody going to know who she is? Fuck this show. God damn. The only thing pleasant is it looks like she's going to get, there's going to be ramifications for her actions. This was the scene I'm talking about. It's like, let's see, I don't know how much we can play this. No, probably not a lot. Not at all. Not at all. It's just, oh, look, we start here. And, establishing shot. This goes on for a minute. This goes on for, I
Yep.
want to say,
Way
a
too
minute and a
long.
half, 2 minutes.
If they wanted to, they should have just started with
You've
Ahsoka.
already seen it. Already seen it. Okay? But no, we get this already, and then
it's
here.
a budget.
Why?
It's a
Okay.
budget issue.
So,
I bet you they were using old scenes, so they ain't got to make new scenes.
you don't have to put them in at all. They're not necessary. We know.
And this
Run
shot
time,
right
sir.
here too, we
No,
didn't need that
runtime.
either. They should have just started with Ahsoka instead if they want to continue the story. Because a lot of this stuff that they are doing is just filler. It is just filler.
Yeah. It almost feels like it's another one of those situations where they took a movie and added a bunch of shit to it to make it longer. But I don't know. I don't know how much I would actually believe that. This is just a matter of filler to stretch it out to 8 episodes. But my question is, outside of a plot device, why did she bring her son?
Well, now they have a reason because he can feel the lightsaber
Plot
and the
device
waves, and
is- I
I'm
can
assuming
see
that
it.
was. I'm just assuming that was them talking about implying that he's force sensitive.
Yes.
we
no,
already know. We already know that he has some types of abilities. His father, for fuck's sake.
I didn't watch Clone Wars, so I don't know who his father is.
Yeah.
No, not Clone Wars. Rebels.
Rebels, my bad. I don't.
His father is Kanan, and he was a Jedi.
So, opening scene, she gets out of the ship, gun drawn, looking around, and comes to the realization that there's nothing here. You couldn't see that from your ship. You couldn't scan that from your ship. You can't scan the ground. Your ship works. What's his fucking name? Wow, my brain just stopped working.
Oh yeah.
What's the other robot's name? The Jedi robot?
I'm
Hu
bad
Yang.
with names.
Hu Yang, yes.
Hu Yang got the ship working. So
Yep.
why is she acting like there's danger if Hu Yang has communicated with her? They already know what's going on. What is the purpose of this part of the scene? They show like for me, it's just so many things wrong with it. She gets out, she doesn't know what's there, couldn't scan from her ship, had to land in danger zone. Hu Yang hasn't communicated, and yet later on in the scene, Hu Yang is in this. He's there. Hasn't said anything. Didn't tell Syndulla that he was there. Is like Syndulla seems to be surprised that Hu Yang is in this scene. Sweep the entire area. Shouldn't they have been doing that the whole fucking time? Some might call that nitpicky, but Jesus, it's bad pacing, bad writing, bad dialogue.
Dialogue was horrendous.
Oh.
And this is just a filler
I'm still
shot.
very confused as to what the
Why
purpose
is
of
her son there?
Of Anakin and Vader switching back and forth.
Member berries. I told you that. It's to get people excited, to get Star Wars fan boners. That was it. There's no other, like, I can't think of any other reason. I mean, to show his progression to the dark side, that's why he went from the blue lightsaber to the red lightsaber. That's why he went from the normal Anakin face to the Revenge of the Sith face.
Like, that was not. First off, his eyes weren't red in Revenge of the Sith; they were yellow. But we're gonna skip past.
You know
that.
what I mean? Oh my god, you nitpicky bitch! I bet you had a problem with her standing with her arms folded. Oh my god,
I will be nitpicking.
Argument. Oh,
it was really bad.
No, this writing was just. Why would you bring your son somewhere?
Because if she dies, her kid will also die, and then everybody will die. She's just suicidal.
And then, nice slow walk. Ta-da, Hu Yang.
Yep.
Stay with the droid. I'm going to go off in the ship. We're going to go way far away from you right now, and you're going to stay here with the droid, even though we're not 100% sure that everything's safe. You're going to bring your son to a dangerous area where you know there's combat going on, unsure if you've secured the area, and you're just going to leave him there with the droid, okay? And that's supposed to be, okay. Sure, that's good writing. Shadow Warrior. Oh, this dialogue. I wonder if we can get away with this.
Probably. I mean, if we stop it every once in a while and then do
you have any problems playing it off or something?
What happened? Huh? I'm traveling. Let's see. Then we can go back 10 seconds.
And the CGI right here was so fucking terrible.
This was bad. Later, I will give it this. Later on in some of the flashbacks, the de-aging was better than the last.
But he looked older again. He looked a lot older again in Revenge of the Sith. You saw it go back and forth of being younger and then looking older to look even older and younger. They were so bad with this. They didn't pay enough attention. I will say one thing: the de-aging here is better, a little bit better than Mandalorian and Boba and Book of Boba Fett with Luke. This is a little bit better, but it's still terrible. You can see it on the hair, you can see it on the movements and everything on the face.
Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can get this to play.
I did. I know it was a small thing, but I did like. Okay.
I don't hear anything.
That's not it.
I did like.
Are you sharing the audio?
Okay. Apparently, I'm not sharing the audio because.
Great. This is what we need skirted. She knows how to do stuff.
Oh, good lord! How do you share audio? I don't know. Hold on. Stop screen.
Yes, I did like screen, and then you have the audio option.
Clone War armor on Hayden. I did like that. I feel like at least they made the Clone War
he does
armor.
fit it. He looks good in it. He's good in it.
Yeah, I also like how accurate they made it look. Like it was basically a 1-for-1 Clone War armor version of him. Like
I just wish it wasn't the part of Clone Wars. I just if they had this, it was in the original Star Wars instead.
There's system audio. Okay, let's try this. I don't know how
But it
echoey
looks
this
good in it.
is gonna be.
It's Hayden Christensen. He looks good in 90% of the stuff.
Do.
I
Yeah,
love him
I'm
as an
not
actor.
simping for him. Okay, I'm not simping for him. I
Oh,
promise.
of course not.
No. It's okay to appreciate people as an actor. That's just how like everybody loves Henry Cavill.
Oh God, he's the man who can turn straight people into gay people.
Got it. Oop. Let's see.
Now it's loading.
Yeah, I see that.
But no, I thought he looked good in the armor. I thought like the armor like fit him really well, and I was like, I like.
But again, like I said, it was unnecessary.
Oh my goodness! Hold up! You gotta stop that. I'm a taskbar all up at the bottom.
But no,
you can't see your porn.
It's
yeah, I got all that. That's on incognito.
Things we already knew.
And all that other stuff.
This is basically what we already knew about her, and it didn't bring anything to the table either of doing what they did with this whole world between worlds stuff. There, it made no fucking sense.
That's what I'm confused about. Like,
was it really Anakin, or was it the Force that tried to like do something, and the Force knows that that's the only person that would have turned her and helped her?
Wasn't the last interaction she had with him was Vader during the temple with the Sith and Rebels? Wasn't it the last time she physically talked to him before he died?
If I remember correctly, yeah. So that is the question. Was it really Anakin or was it not? And
I don't know.
And it was all about, do you want to live or die, basically? And it's just like, okay, can we get more context? What do you mean with live or die? It's, bro, come on, bro. It's.
I was very confused. I don't understand why he kept switching.
It makes no sense. My first reaction when I watched it with my partner, I'm just like, was Ahsoka suicidal? Is that what this is all about? She was always suicidal and we never knew about it. Is she an emo girl? Well,
like she wasn't there when Vader turned or Anakin turned to the dark side. So how did she even know what he looked like? Also, I just don't understand. Like she had
John Favreau says so.
She had no interactions with Vader except for that one time, as far as we know. So like she had more interaction with Anakin, not Vader. I know they're the same person, but technically not the same person. Like,
and also we know this is the world between worlds, and again, that was a stupid concept to begin with. It was always a retarded concept to begin with, but this just made the world between worlds a lot more confusing because after watching Rebels, that's not quite how it works, as far as I know.
I haven't watched all of Rebels, so I have no idea.
All right.
I have no idea how the world between worlds works.
I want to see if we can hear this audio.
I don't even think Dave Filoni knows how it works.
All I know is
Kilted, what you should do, Kilted. I'm just gonna say this: what you should do, Kilted, is have like a banner at some point.
Audio's not going through, so we're just gonna give up on that.
Yeah, but what you should do at some point, Kilted, is have like a banner up on the screen every time you like show videos like this.
What you mean?
So in case, for fair use, sometimes you need to like use a banner.
Can't really hear the audio. You can't hear the audio. Says that there's really no play. There's no.
No, but Disney can attack you for clips. They can.
Yes, they can. They can get you for.
They have done that with us multiple times back in the day.
They didn't do that to me on last week when I pretty much did the same thing.
Okay, but
it's just a matter of
you never know. It's just for security in case.
Oh yeah. I'm not showing it in its entirety, and there's no way for them. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna hit play because for some reason the fucking audio is not going through this time, huh?
Disney's been pretty desperate for money. They're suing. They're getting sued all over. So they might try and take you for your pennies.
Showing. We'll see. I'm gonna figure out how to do a screen anyway. But the dial like this.
The chemistry was off.
You look the same.
Yeah.
Pause. You look old.
Yep.
Pause.
It's just like, what is that dialogue? It's just like,
no,
okay.
I didn't. Trust me, you lost the fight.
Yep.
Remember, that's good. Terrible. What? I remember. Your memory's coming back. What the fuck? One more. Wait, what was it? Oh, God. Oh. Wait. My God, my writing is shit. I'm here to finish your training. It's a little late for that. One is never too old to learn. What's the lesson? Live or die. Little meaningless, like this is the dialogue people are excited about between these two? That is what got people excited. One or two
guess.
words back and forth, pause, you talk, pause, you talk. Like, just, and then of course, after this, it's just, oh, guess what? Lightsabers, lightsabers, everybody, get excited.
What I was telling Gilton, I was like, I feel like they, I really feel like they slowed him down. Like because I feel like he's a little bit older, yes, but like I don't feel like he's that old where he couldn't remember how to. Because he basically trained for years doing lightsaber combat like that.
They try to do like more power moves with him and stuff.
That's
like
more
that.
Vader style. That's not Anakin style though.
They mixed it up here. If you when you look at the whole War Between Worlds stuff here, you see that they're mixing up with Vader and Anakin's styles everywhere. You can see it all over. And when she sees him go into the battle, suddenly she sees Vader, and then he goes back to Anakin. And later again after that, when they fight again, when he has the lightsaber, he has that flashy thing that he goes to Vader and then Anakin again.
If I remember correctly, Anakin's style was attack, but as speedy as possible. When he switched to Vader after he was humbled by Obi-Wan, he switched to controlled power strikes and watching to compensate for having his limbs cut off. If I'm not mistaken.
And this small battle here before we go to the next scene was
the member berries.
It's a lot of member berries, but I will give them that it was a little bit better than previous episodes with the fighting. It was a little bit more body language, and also Hayden Christensen, he cares a lot about this, so he did a lot what he could.
I feel like he was trying to speed up, but he was moving too fast for her. I feel like there's a lot of times that he felt like he was purposely slowing down.
Well, a lot of people do that when they're a little too fast. That's normal in the movie business.
Well, I remember
I think it's just a matter of Rosario Dawson didn't give a toss enough about her character to practice the choreography more.
I feel like he wanted to go faster. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just the way he was expressing himself, but while I was watching, I felt like he wanted to go as fast as he did back in episode 3 or in episode 2.
And again, since they are in the War Between Worlds, and what makes no sense to me either is this is gonna. If this is Anakin or not, it makes no sense that he was supposed to have a lightsaber and look the way he does and get that kind of sword with a lightsaber and everything. It doesn't need to have the glove anymore. He's a Force ghost. His hand is back. All that kind of stuff. So again, maybe we will have more explanations in later episodes. Maybe not, because it's Dave Filoni. He doesn't explain you shit. But if they want to explain some stuff, I think that's an important thing. They should explain a little bit of what really was the meaning of all this.
Do you think they're going to go with the route that when Anakin died, he took the role of the remember in Clone Wars when he actually found the planet that was like the Force embodied into the 3 people, the elder, the daughter, and the son? Since Anakin was the chosen, quote unquote chosen one, do you think he took that role because the father died at the end of it?
Oh no, that would make no fucking sense at all.
I'm just trying to figure out where they're going with this and why they would do what they do.
Again, it's Dave Filoni.
Absolutely nowhere.
Yeah,
you're not going to see.
It's Dave Filoni. He doesn't know what he's doing. He recons stuff. He rewrites the universe that he's trying to do. He rewrites it in Clone Wars, Rebels, and then you have Mandalorian that he was on, and Boba Fett and everything. He rewrites his stuff on everything. It's like he doesn't even know his own story he made. They made that Clone Wars with shorter episodes when you had Count Dooku, Ahsoka's background and all that. He even messed up his own fucking lore there. It's like that's what he does.
Or something like that?
Yeah, Tales of the Jedi, when it took that name.
Real quick. I'll let you go. Real quick, Mystical Face says it was lackluster, talking about this fight, I'm assuming. But I do think that's what everyone was hyping about. And yes, this if this is the scene plus the little bit of flashbacks and stuff, that is what got people so excited about this episode.
Nostalgia. That's
It's
it.
nostalgia. It's
Mhm.
lightsabers, and that's where I have a problem. This is not good writing. Sure,
you're relying on the
need
fans
to use.
and the
If you want to do
past.
good writing, don't use nostalgia. Make a fucking good story that we can actually enjoy. You don't
The
need to put
fight
in every
scene,
member berries.
the fight scene between Ahsoka and Balin Skull at the end of last episode was 100 times better than this because it had more meaning, more feeling, and more heart because of Ray Stevenson. I'm not complimenting fucking Rosario Dawson. I'm complimenting Ray Stevenson for his
Ray Stevenson,
performance.
he knew how to do this. Like again,
Yeah.
he is a class act actor. He's been in the industry for many years. He knows how to live in this. It's like when you see them fight, you can feel that he's trying, like he's really trying to kill her. But then you have Ahsoka, that is just like, It's just like she's a little wimpy fucking bitch in the fight. And there's no fucking feelings in her fucking face. It's not like she's even trying. It's
well, that's what I was trying to figure out if it's her acting or if it's the trying not to ruin the makeup.
Or she's just a piss poor actor when it comes to this. She's not. She was like right for the role.
Phoning it in, maybe. Because there has to be a sense
just
of
Filoni wanted a
believability.
cute
You have to believe the actors and actresses believe what they're doing. The audience has to believe that what they're seeing on the screen, that those people mean what they're doing, mean what they're saying, and have that passion on the screen. And it's
make us believe it.
Yes, and I think
that's what One Piece did right. With the live action. I know you don't like it, but I'm just talking about fighting and story and the actors and everything. They made you believe it, and that's a big difference. They made it you believe, and they don't make you believe in this show.
I hate
this scene.
I'm sorry.
This scene. I got so mad at this.
I can hear it. What?
Yes, the lightsabers, and then he's talking to his mom, and she's going there. She's just to that other guy's wait, and she comes over, and he makes
also
her
wasn't the Force supposed to be random chance, not bloodline related?
The thing here,
or was that retconned?
I was gonna say this with this scene again. They showed this in because when you're Force sensitive, it's all about how much midichlorians you have. Not everyone can use the Force. Not everyone can do this and that. It's how much of a fucking midichlorian count you have.
Yeah, there's a reason why they don't bring that up anymore.
Yes, that's what they've removed it basically in here. But they have removed it here, so everybody can use the Force. You just have to focus enough, practice enough.
Stupid shit. No.
And that's what she does. That's what Hera fucking does here. She concentrates and concentrates.
Yeah, how the fuck was she able to hear anything?
No, because
everybody's
Force now. Everyone can use the fucking Force now, and that's not how it fucking works.
Just concentrate. Oh God, I forgot about that. I was just annoyed that her son. I was annoyed that Jason is like, okay, first of all, why is he there? Plot device. But why plot device? If the answer is plot device, that's bad writing.
Yep.
I can't. It's the believability factor. Shit like that pulls me out.
That's not how the fucking Force works.
And then of course,
I just always thought it was very rare. You just had to get lucky, and it's like didn't they retcon it? But basically, I know I'm about to say the terrible name, but they retconned to her because Rey was Palpatine's granddaughter. She carried his bloodline. She also had the Force.
And not just that. You have to remember they made a comic where they kind of hinted to the cloning process that they used also Luke's hand for the cloning process.
I didn't read the new comics.
Yeah, they did that when he was cloning Snoke. In the comic, they kind of teased to that. Oh, when the cloning happened, Palpatine also used Luke's hand for the cloning on Snoke and all that kind of stuff, and himself and shit like that. So that kind of means like, oh, she might have Skywalker blood and Palpatine blood, and of course her mom's blood. So yeah, it's all weird fucking thing they did with that whole thing. and it's all about the midichlorian counts. Not everyone can be a Jedi. Not everyone can use the Force.
So they did retcon to where like whoever depends on who your parents were. So I mean, I can understand why Anakin's kids would be Force sensitive because he was wasn't he supposed to be like the chosen one, or he's like the living embodiment of the Force?
He is the chosen one. You have to again, everyone out there, listen to fucking George Lucas of when he talks about Star Wars. From episode 1 to episode 6, it's all about Anakin. He is the chosen one, and he will always be the chosen one. There is no other chosen ones.
I'm saying, wasn't he supposed to be like the embodiment of the Force? Like kind of like I know I don't want to get
the Force created him.
He was space Jesus.
Yeah, he's basically space Jesus. He's supposed to be like that. I don't want to get biblical.
Created him, but he is the chosen one. But they've kind of fucked that up too. Rey. You have Rey now, who destroyed that with that fucking movies. No, those fucking movies. So the chosen one was just a pure piss thing.
Didn't George state though that if Anakin hadn't fallen under the dark side, he would have been much more powerful than Luke, but because Luke completed his training, he became more powerful than Anakin originally was. Because
Anakin would have been. Just think about it. No damage, no nothing. Even if he was in the light or dark, just think about how powerful he could have been. Because he is one of the most powerful. He is the most powerful person when it comes to Jedi.
Originally, George did say that Luke became the most powerful Jedi. Well, before the books got retconned, that Luke was supposed to be the most powerful Jedi, even more powerful than Anakin, only because Anakin lost a lot of his body. Because I know,
and he became Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So Luke will be the better Jedi and stronger Jedi then, because Anakin / Vader is not a Jedi anymore.
Was the story that the suit that Vader wears limits his power? So
definitely, yes.
Power than the Emperor?
Yeah. Palpatine purposely designed it so that way he built it as a failsafe. One, he got pissed off that Anakin lost, and so he's like, "You're not worthy to be my apprentice, but I've already groomed you to be this way, so I might as well use you while I can." And so he built limitations of the suit, which made Vader, Anakin, like even more pissed, and his rage basically made him stronger. But also like he made it to where like it would purposely like shock him and like keep him up at night by making loud, like the whole beeps. I know that the joke is like he constantly beeps, but they retconned that to where Palpatine put it in his suit so that way he couldn't sleep properly, so he'd always be angry. So that because he realized that Anakin was becoming more powerful as Vader because his rage was fueling his power into the dark side of the Force, and he basically overcame the limitation of the suit, where the limitations became basically non-existent.
But again, also in the in Expanded Universe also is that remember that the pain didn't make him weaker. It actually made him more powerful with the dark side.
Yeah, so like he was still trying to find a new apprentice though, because he thought Anakin was a lost cause. Well, after he lost to Obi-Wan and lost his limbs, because when they retconned it, Anakin lost a lot of his power when he lost the rest of his limbs, because according to, I don't know if it's Lucas or whoever retconned it, your body, like how much body you have is like there's more midichlorians that can flow through you. So when he lost his other 3 limbs, he lost a lot of his power. So he wasn't as powerful as he used to be. But also Palpatine also put a failsafe in his suit that if he ever turned on him, that's why he died whenever Palpatine shocked the suit. It was very susceptible to electricity. Like he could just bleh. And he also never taught Vader Force lightning.
Anything like that seems like a major retcon, because the general consensus was that the lightning is what finally killed Vader.
It was
not necessarily some sort of failsafe or anything, but just the lightning itself.
That's the failsafe.
Doing loose sideway anyway. Oh, stupid scene. Oh, there's something about the water. Oh, this just. Oh, speaking of. Oh, suddenly I can hear things from the beyond. We're going to get on to what I almost can see. Oh, more fighting. But we get to the flashbacks. Am I wrong in feeling like this was phoned in by all parties involved? Like these scenes? Just like, just going through the motions instead of trying to tell some sort of story?
I just want to say that the kid acted better as Ahsoka.
Oh, yeah. The kid Ahsoka was better than Rosario.
Than Rosario Dawson.
I mean, it was kind of cool seeing all the clone troopers. So, not terrible, but
You can always
again,
go back and watch Attack of the Clones if you want to see clone troopers.
yeah, much better movie. Because Order 66 may as well not.
No, that was Revenge of the Sith.
Still, again, Order 66 may as well not have happened.
So a lot of this stuff, when you saw when Anakin, there's like stuff we've seen before, didn't really need to be there. It made no fucking sense.
What purpose? What purpose did these scenes serve? How did they push the plot along? What story were they trying to tell?
They didn't tell anything. It was only about, do you want to live or do you want to die?
Is that the same actress, Frostfang?
Yeah, I think it was. If I don't remember wrong, I think it was.
Go ahead.
Wait, what?
If that is the young Gamora from Infinity War, what did it cost you? Everything.
Well, when Disney already works with her, so they're like, just get her to do this. Which it makes me wonder what the hell happened, because like I don't know. I know some people don't care for them, but I mean the pre and Endgame, when Disney bought Marvel, it was getting good. Like it was getting. I mean, I personally think Phase 1 was the best phase, but the other phases were still good. What happened after Endgame? It seems like ever since Endgame, Disney's just been on a very, very downhill slope.
I think 90% of
it was going downhill before Endgame, but Frostfang confirmed yes. If this is the same actress, for her, I gotta say, for her, that's gotta be cool as shit. You get to play a young Gamora in a Marvel movie and a young Ahsoka in a Star Wars production. Regardless of what anybody thinks about that, that's gotta be kind of cool for her, especially if she's.
It's good for her though, but
if she's a fan of either franchise. Like I'll commend that kind of shit, because that's got to be cool. Because I would, it's like I got to do this, yay! I mean, it's a shit production, but whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean, any kid in that situation would be fucking ecstatic to be playing these roles. Any kid playing in a Star Wars.
They did have more. What's his name? They had his voice. I don't know if it was clips from other movies or whatever, but the actor
he voiced it. I think he's credited to voice them.
Now if this is de-aging, they did a good job there.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying earlier with Jason's the Clone Wars scene. He looked pretty good in this scene.
He looks good. He looks hot. Just like, oh god, it's Hayden Christensen.
I'm telling.
I know we have a meme that I'm such a big fan of Hayden Christensen after that one fucking stream. So, I'm just selling it. I'm milking the joke.
I've always been a fan of Hayden. Something. I don't care. I never, like I said, I never blamed him for the prequels. In fact, I enjoyed the prequels.
The prequels are good. He is the way he is supposed to be. This is how he is. You need to think about his story. He is monotone and a little bit like that, because that's how Anakin is and how he is. When you read the expanded universe, he's still like this. When you watch the old animated series from 2003, 2005, he is this person, and it also feels right when you go over to Darth Vader, because he's the same. The way he speaks, the way he talks, it's good. There's the dialogue in the prequels are fucking good. If the dialogue in the way it wasn't the way it is,
also
I would have fucking hated them. I would have hated them.
He was a young Jedi who was like basically drunk on power because he was the most powerful, and everybody was telling.
That's not the whole thing, dude. He was a slave his whole fucking life.
Jason's still mad because I thought the prequel trilogy was just good story, but poorly executed.
Good executed.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I grew up with those movies, and those movies are good in my standard.
I didn't say they were bad.
They're good movies, and I really love them. Hayden Christensen did a good job, but not just that.
Everybody did a good job. I think
he was a slave his whole life, and having people around him telling him this, telling him that. You have Palpatine who manipulated him and everything around him, and at the same time, he's in love, but his love is not just normal love. It's an obsession of her to a certain point.
Underage love, robbing the cradle love. Oh my goodness.
Actually, her character was not that much older than him in the book, and like in the novelistic version of the movie. She was supposed to be around his age. It's just they chose actors weirdly. I'm pretty sure Natalie Portman.
But Anakin had his dream fulfilled, like a lot of us guys never did.
You got to see Natalie Portman's titties. Boom. Okay. Here, get closer to the water. Mission is unauthorized. All this other stuff, and then we go back to the flashbacks. Moving along.
Nothing
people actually
added in anything?
I was telling Hoshiro, and I told my Discord. I got a screenshot. I even pinned this dude's comment. I wouldn't call him a reply guy, but somebody said, I bet you're one of those people who criticize Rosario Dawson for Ahsoka folding her arms. It's like, what? And I'm just wondering, is like, are people actually criticizing this, that Ahsoka's character just folds her arms?
People will criticize everything.
What? I mean, I can be nitpicky as fuck from beginning to end with anything I watch, but some things I can look past. It's like, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. This could be done better. But folding her arms, like, people are like, come on. There's got to be more than that. But for someone to get that reply, I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, yep, you caught me. You outed me.
They're just looking for a reason to argue at that point.
Yeah, but come up with something better. Come up with something better. I inherited knowledge from my master.
Don't you know people on the internet don't have intelligence?
This added nothing to her character or anything. And it's all about live or die again. And why does she have to choose about life and death? Like, what's the point? It's because she's drowning? It's to face her inner demons? It's what's going on?
What inner demons does Ahsoka have?
She had to become Ahsoka the White.
Of course she had to.
Oh, look. I'm stoic. I'm determined.
Yeah, and I'm going to say this. Why it is so really funny is that in Rebels, we have the end of the whole series in the last episode final. We do have, her in white already, and they recreated those scenes earlier in this season. So why is she not the white in the start on this season, this show? It makes no absolute fucking sense.
Where's the shoe? Oh, well, that's
there
perfect.
We have it. When he goes
the super member berries.
Yep.
I do remember this. Fizzing all over themselves because of this.
But do you remember this?
Substance, zero soul, zero reason. He's just there to be there. And forgive me if I just don't like that type of storytelling.
I don't like it either. This brings nothing. It's just member bear. It's just like, hey, you remember this? You love this, right? Come on, like our show. We might not have a lot of story here, but come on, you love this. Come on, bro. That's
randomly woke up from Mystical Face says randomly woke up from drowning without choking on water or anything, and
my girlfriend actually fucking asked. Like, she was like, wait, can Ahsoka breathe underwater? I was like,
no,
I don't think she can.
No, she cannot.
Like, did her body go to the world between worlds? That doesn't seem...
we never got that explained. Like, did she get pulled in to the world between worlds, or was she just in the water for that long and was supposed to drown? What the hell's going on? They don't explain it. And when
then
she goes,
disarms Anakin without a fucking lightsaber because she's the bestest ever. Which is why I was like, no, I can't believe that was Anakin. That if it was anything. This was some sort of struggle happening in her mind, in her subconscious, with herself, and trying to come to
it could have been that. It could have been
Yeah.
stupid writing from Dave Filoni again, because he doesn't know what he's
stupid writing.
doing. And
Because she's underwater.
yeah, and also it can be, the Force is trying to prepare her, trying to do something, because they know that she's, for some fucking reason, she's really important because she was the Padawan of Anakin. So the Force knows that she will only listen to that she needs to front her fears. So that maybe the Force is trying to help her to confront her fears, and we don't know. There's no explanation on it.
That argument,
nothing.
Under that argument, wouldn't it be more focused on Luke because Luke's still alive and around this time frame?
Who cares?
Yeah,
That's
we
the
don't
thing.
care about
Who
Luke.
cares about Luke in this show? Who cares about him? That's how they are. They don't like Luke, basically. Don't you remember?
You mean Kathleen Kennedy doesn't like Luke?
Because the Force is female.
Don't you guys remember that J.J. Abrams basically said that he didn't like Mark Hamill that much as like an actor?
Well, because Jar Jar Abrams didn't want him in the first episode of the Disney trilogy.
He didn't want him.
He would have overshadowed the rest of the characters on the screen.
And also was a weak actor. It was a whole thing.
Oh.
So I have a whole fucking thing with that. So again, if you guys remember back in the day when you watch behind the scenes of Disney Star Wars, one of the people behind there, they have Luke X'd out. Like they don't want him. They did that behind the scenes when you saw behind the scenes and stuff.
Expectations.
They don't care about Luke at all.
Scene. I want to talk about this scene.
Also, another small nitpick. They earlier in the day they're like, "Hey, we're pushing our fuel." So they've been out there. It was day when they were looking and when they said that, and now it's night. What happened to the fuel?
We're pushing our fuel reserves. So this lovely little scene right here. You have 2 X-Wing pilots on Ghost. 2 X-Wing pilots that were just out flying in all their X-Wings. All 3 of them were out there. Now, sure, to be fair, you can sit there and say, well, there's only 1 X-Wing right there. When did they get on Ghost? At some point between the sun setting? So could that be a nitpick? Am I just being too nitpicky about this? Maybe, perhaps. But
there's a lot of things to be picky on.
My other question involves what she has on her belt. How did she retain her lightsabers?
What do you mean?
How is she in possession of her lightsabers? How are they clipped to her belt?
That is a good question because she got kicked down.
She dropped him in the last episode, didn't she?
She was knocked off the cliff. Balin knocked her ass off the cliff with them in her hand, and she fell essentially to her demise. Would have lost control of them. How did she get them back?
Coincidence.
And clip them to her belt.
Well,
you know, but
who knows?
Something like
maybe there was some fish,
something like that could
down there who helped her. Who the fuck knows?
Well, she needs to have them. No, she doesn't. It could have been used as a story element. She has to make them again. It could have been something, a couple of scenes, or her going look to find them instead of nope, they're just there.
There's a lot of things that could have done.
Well, she had them in the world between worlds. Okay, cool. But again, in her fight with Anakin in the world between worlds, she lost them again.
She lost the lightsabers twice.
Mm-hmm. And yet here we are when she's dragged out of the water.
Yep.
They're just clipped. Nice.
Anakin put them back. He was being
Anakin
nice.
Put them back. There we go. It was the 4th.
The 4th did it.
There you go. There's your answer. I solved the riddle. Anakin put them back.
Am I the only one that had that? This looks really kind of like, I don't know, not right without her.
Oh no! It looks like the ball. Like, I mean, it looks like they're trying to CG the ball cap away.
Yep, it was really bad. They could have done it so much better.
There's no blending. So I don't know. I don't know what they look like.
It does not look natural. Well, okay. To be fair, Shock T was also straight line. Like she didn't have because correct me if I'm wrong. Ahsoka's the same race as Shock T, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that is normal for their species.
If I remember correctly, let me pull up Shock T. Hold on.
Pull up some stuff.
I'm pretty sure.
Because if this is if it's a sense of no, this is what they look like. Okay, my gripe's done. See?
Yeah, no, they do. They do look like
okay,
that.
that looks
weird. No, they do look like that. They do.
Okay.
But again, I'm gonna say this. At least what they did in the prequels, for example, with the practical, it looked a lot better. It was more blended. It looked more natural. Here it doesn't look natural at all. It looks really weird.
The question, though, Kilted, is does it make you feel icky? Not as icky as killing female space pirates in Starfield, because that just makes me feel so icky. Good Jesus.
But you guys know what I mean, right?
What's that?
Here it just looks like really unfinished. It looks really cheap. It looks like they put CGI over the forehead right there with the white, and it doesn't look right.
It looks like her forehead goes up too fat, like too far.
No, that is fine. It is just the way they've executed the makeup that really destroys it.
Shakti never had her line exposed. It was all like covered with the jewels, like Ahsoka's is.
No, but you can still see it. The species they have that
yeah, it is a straight line, so it's not faded. So yeah, Shakti's
it was just better executed with the practical makeup in those movies than what it is here.
Is this practical or is this CG? Like
that
a
is
little
the
bit
thing.
of both.
I think it's a bit of both because it kind of looks where the line is. It looks like it's CGI'd.
Practical. Ark says the Force is female, can go suck my non-existent cock. I've said that multiple times, and I'll say it again. I love you, Ark. Let's see. Steve says, looks like she's wearing a bad bald head cap, or someone used Gaussian blur tool. Oh yeah, a bad blur tool. So the other thing that happens here, after a little while, they go and they have their little discussion. She's starting to wear more white. Is Ahsoka the White some kind of thing? Is
I don't know.
More than just
Rebels?
Is it
in
a
Rebels?
Meme? It is in Rebels?
They did this in Rebels at the end. She shows up in Rebels. She shows up in all white and all that kind of stuff at the end, and she looks like Gandalf with her staff stuff and everything. She really looks like Gandalf. But again, she should have been like this from the start in the show, because they recreated the scenes from Rebels. So it makes no sense that she's like this now. So I'm gonna show a picture here, Kilted, so you can I can explain a little bit more.
Okay.
That was a really tiny picture. I don't want a tiny fucking picture, you fucking idiot. Yeah, I just need a good picture. There we have a good picture right here. Then I'm gonna share the screen. Share screen, no audio, just a picture. There we go. I'm sharing the picture now, Kilted.
Okay. Been waiting for it to pop up.
It should be popped up there. I see that it has to be up.
Shit is running so fucking slow.
It did just rain out. It did just rain out in our area.
No, I think it's more on my computer. Is it coming up?
So here we have. Yeah, it is up. So to everybody here, this is Ahsoka from Rebels. At the end of Rebels, she already have like a white staff. She has the white suit and everything. But again, this scene right here, they recreated in Ahsoka, the TV show earlier on the season, when Sabine decides to join her. And she should have been like this from the start in the show. So it makes no sense that why is she not like this now? It makes no sense. But now they're like, oh, we're just gonna do it now. But again, continuity. Who cares about that in Disney Star Wars? You know, there's no fucking continuity.
Dave Filoni doesn't care about continuity. That's for sure.
And he showed again. This is his character. He ruined it for his own character again. It's really funny. But yeah, so now she's turning to be more of Gandalf the White. So this is something that happens in Rebels. Yep.
Yay. Ahsoka the Grey. Oh Lord.
Didn't they just they basically said Grey Jedi don't exist, right?
It doesn't exist.
Great,
Never have existed.
yeah,
Never
they
will
say
exist.
Gray Jedi are pretty much that's a fan creation.
That is just fan.
I feel like
shit,
that's what they were
dude.
trying to make Ahsoka turn into, was a gray Jedi.
Well, I've seen a lot of Disney shills out there who talks about Ahsoka. Oh, she's finally the first great Jedi on screen, yada yada. It's like, no, there has never been any fucking great Jedis. It's not a fucking
Well,
thing.
The closest thing I could say, I think that came to a gray Jedi was Starkiller, because he could use both sides of the Force. But
the closest thing we might have to great Jedis is from Dawn of the Jedi, all with Sesh and back in the days, long before Anakin, long before Luke stories, long before all of that. This is before SWTOR and KOTOR, because they practice both sides, the dark and light. They practice both and everything in
wasn't
that time.
Wasn't that
And
what
that's
Mace Windu did? Was he slightly practiced a little bit of the dark so he could maintain?
So with and they are not called Jedi. They are called Jedi. It's like a different way to write it, and they were a different kind of people. And again, it kind of shows that it didn't work the way they did it and practice it. And after all that, Jedi became what it is that we know them as. But they were not great Jedis. They were still Jedis. Great Jedis doesn't exist. So that is just some fan stuff that happened and a lot of fucking shit.
Yeah,
But
canon's like Frost says, canon's so important to the new Star Wars until it doesn't matter. Steve, everything's lagging so fucking hard on my end. How this could have been done right is have Ahsoka show up this way at the start. While she's having a near-death experience is when you give her flashbacks to where she went after she ran out on Sabine.
Also, her expressing, Rosaria expressing a little bit more would have been nice.
A little bit. We don't need all the characters to be stoic and mature and all that other stuff. So, Mace Windu is a bald motherfucker. Oh man. Oh god. Okay.
I don't know why, but I thought there was some. I saw somewhere there was some concept art. I don't know if it was fake or not, but someone was speculating that he was returning.
The psychometry. Because Ahsoka, she showed off her psychometry back in episode 2, was it? Where she showed up at Sabine's house and felt what happened. It's like, okay. And we do the same thing here to figure out what happened. Come with me willingly. They took her. Fleet's on the way.
Well, all Force, not all of them, some of them have been able to see like the past with the Force. That's an old established power.
Oh no, I'm not saying no. I actually went and looked it up. I understand psychometry is an established power, but of course we have the whales. They're going to use the whales to.
Well, I was telling you
space whales
somewhere.
Was that some Jedi have the ability to import their will onto creatures, even if they don't use the Force.
Onto creatures? I know intelligent creatures, sentient creatures, and everything. So I guess
remember,
the
weaker the mind, the easier it is to manipulate with the Force. So if they might be smart, but they're not like on intelligent levels of smart, like how humans consider whales. We consider them intelligent, but we don't consider them smart. I guess like they can't understand us. They can't speak.
The ability to speak does not denote intelligence.
You know what I mean.
But I spec.
I'm just saying, on creatures that aren't as intelligent, I guess it is easier to enforce your will on them with the Force.
So you think that's what Ahsoka's doing here?
Yes, I think that's what she was doing.
Okay.
It's a thought. I mean, it's simply just a thought or a speculation, but that has happened in the history of Star Wars before, where it's the same concept as the Jedi mind trick. How like Qui-Gon did it to, or tried to do it, did it to some of the people. What did he do? He couldn't do it to the bug guy because the bug guy said the Jedi tricks don't work on him.
I'm a Tidarian. Jedi mind tricks don't work on me.
But like how okay, I know you
Ooh.
didn't watch Clone Wars, but whenever they tried to interrogate, what's his name? Oh, the bounty hunter, the blue bounty hunter. I can't remember his name. Help me out here. Cad Bane.
Cad
They
Bane, yeah.
it took
Bane.
it took three of them, three Jedi. It took Luke. I mean, it took Mace, Anakin, and Obi-Wan to like crack his mind and basically get him to talk by enforcing their will onto his mind. So it's not outside of the realm of the impossibilities that she used the Force to extend her thoughts out to these whales and make them, not make them, but force suggestion. I don't know. It's not completely outside of the realm. Yeah, it's not completely outside of the realm of the possibilities with the powers of the Force, especially considering it's Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's some fanciful
according
things
to
that
the
I could
show,
look
they are
past.
communicating. According to the show, she's communicating with her powers. So they're just communicating. So she's basically asking for help and, you know, try to help out and stuff, according to the episode.
Is it established that Ezra knows these whales?
That Ezra knows the whales?
Well, didn't they say that
they used the whales to banish Ezra and Thrawn?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the whales were part of it.
Yep.
I didn't watch the Rebels, so I don't know.
So we got to depend on the crowd for that one. But yeah, for all indications, everything that this show has said, that it's like, well, yeah, that's why. Do. And of course, we're back out on the limb, back out on the wing, on the platform. Nice, Ahsoka the Vite. Yeah,
that's racist. I never thought about that. That's so racist. She's the white. I thought Disney hated white supremacy.
That's why we'll never
know.
That's why we'll never get a Disney Power Rangers.
Oh! Don't talk. I just read something about Power Rangers having to get away from their origins. It's like, in order to no.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
No,
They're talking about that it might be the best move to move away from it, and that is a
that
yes and no. That is a yes and no.
But I love the original Power Rangers.
They did it good, you know, like with the old Mighty Power Ranger movie. They don't need to use scenes and stuff like that, but they can use suits and concepts from the shows. They can still do a lot of stuff with Power Ranger and not using Super Sentai. They can. They also did that with the new movie that came out, that special movie that on Anniversary was pretty well done too. So yes, they can, and that's a little bit what they're doing with the new season. The only problem is that the new seasons are pretty woke as shit and stuff like that. So
surprising.
Yeah.
So that's a yes and no. It really depends who the creators are and stuff like that.
I can't remember. Did Jason David Frank, whenever he was the White Ranger, he used to scream white power? Or did they block that out back then? I don't remember.
We're going to go with no.
I can't remember if he used to scream, or not scream, but yell, like, you know, they would say blue power, red power, black power. Like, I didn't know if he said white power back then.
You're trying, aren't you?
The fuck you mean I'm trying?
I don't remember any of them saying.
No, I distinctly remember. It could be, you know, just the joke I guess I've seen online. I don't know. Maybe it's the joke manipulating my memories, but like, I could have sworn
it's the Mandela effect for the Power Rangers. So about the only thing that I would say about this whole scene, I'd move your fleet out of the way if I were you. And she says, evasive maneuvers. And they do absolutely nothing.
Oh, no. The whales just say, fuck that. Get out. Move, bitch. Get out the way.
And of course, we go through. May the Force be with you, because yay. And then, let's see. No, Mac. Where'd you go? Boom. Oh, come on, you stupid fucking thing. Okay, well, anyway, that's it.
It does say like white
episode.
tiger and stuff like that, but it doesn't say like white power, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I remember. I just had to check some scenes. But yeah, this whole ending right here, it shows again that the Republic, the good guys, are still fucking retards to a certain point too. Like
Well, no
after
wonder
watching
why
after watching Mandalorian season 3, you know, they also use like evil guys, bad guys as devices to brainwash people, really evil stuff. And in this universe, Disney universe, they're so small, nothing is really established. They act like failures and idiots. There's not really much into it.
what was the new Empire called again? Was it
The First Order.
The First Order. Well, no wonder why
Yep.
the First Order
The
was able to
Final
rise to power.
Order.
Yeah,
Execute
So
Order
stupid.
66.
It was trash. Everything with this episode was a lot of trash. The ending was trash. Just showed how stupid the good guys are again. The dialogue was not well. The suits, like the outfits, look still so clean. Everything looks so clean in this world. You know what I mean?
It looks like cosplayers going out.
It looks
to
like
impress,
cosplaying.
and
It's just like it needs to be
Hey,
more
look, man.
dirty.
Hey,
It
look,
has to
hey,
be
look.
better
General,
quality.
There's a group of cosplayers that live in Louisiana, where we live, that dedicate their time to making the cosplays look at the best they can. They call them we call them the 501st out here. That's what they're called.
the 501st are everywhere. They're not just in Louisiana.
Oh, well, I didn't fucking know that. I just know people that are
they're-
a part of it.
Yeah,
It's a charity group.
Uh-huh.
It's a charity group of Star Wars
they're,
fans.
They're worldwide. 501st is worldwide. Yeah, Gundam was part of the 501st for a little while.
Yeah, we have that in Norway too. I've met those people. I've talked with those people.
Yeah, they're
Some of the pictures I
bunch
took
of awesome
on
people.
when I was at the Game Expo in Norway. I took some pictures with some of the people and I talked with them. So pretty cool guys and people.
Yeah,
there.
and
They're nice.
we have a group out here that does all the conventions in Louisiana, and their costumes look fantastic sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
But-
real cosplayers can do this a lot better than Disney Star Wars. It's just like, bro, when when fans can do this better, and this show just like, no, we're gonna have everything so clean that it looks like a cheap fucking cosplay that they haven't spent time on it or anything.
They went to AliExpress.
Yes, they did.
Again, my issue as far as is mainly Syndulla's costume. Partially the fact that she just never takes off her fucking helmet, but
it holds
regardless-
it holds the ears in place. There you go.
I
holds those big-
understand the practical reason for the actress to wear the flight helmet. Okay. But that, again, that's bad writing. It's bad. It takes you out. It's like, why is she's wearing the same out. This is not a cartoon. I don't care if it was based on a cartoon. This is not Family Guy where everybody wears the same clothes every day. This is not The Simpsons.
You know, this is just me fucking with you. But I feel like if she had taken it off and they CG'd those onto her head, you'd be complaining about how bad it looks.
There's no way of knowing. I would have criticized it to see what it looked like, but they didn't even try. And if anybody sit there and say, "Well, Han Solo and Princess Leia, they all wore the same clothes in A New Hope," it's like, let's take a look at the time frame that all that shit happened from Tatooine onto the Millennium Falcon.
And remember, that didn't look clean through and through either.
And they changed their clothes when they got to Yavin. They were wearing something different. Han Solo was wearing, I think Han Solo may have been wearing the same, but Smuggler doesn't have a lot of outfits, maybe only has the one. There were reasons, like story reasons why they had those clothes on for so long in the show, in the movie. With this, there is no reason. There's no story reason.
It's Star Wars.
You know, they could have done something, and you know what? They could have done something had what's Syndulla's first name? Because that's the only one I can fucking remember.
Oh,
Hera
Syndulla. They could have had her in a different outfit, in a more military, a more similar outfit than what everybody else is wearing around her, and given her some sort of headband, tiara, something similar to Ahsoka's. and had her wearing that based on her position instead of a fucking pilot's helmet. They could have done something different, but they just didn't give a shit.
And this
Oh,
is
you remember her? She's wearing the same stuff as in the cartoon, so you can remember her.
Yep. So again, this is a good example. Go and watch One Piece.
Hold up. Draconian Emanations.
Never.
Welcome to the chat. Legends Consortium. Let's see. Let me put this up. Legends Consortium just threw an event in Burbank, California a few days ago. They love the expanded universe Disney threw out. As you say, just by being fans, having fun, regular people do better Star Wars than Disney. Yes.
Yep.
And one of the things I do thoroughly enjoy is all these naysayers, everyone calling us haters. You don't like anything. You don't like Star Wars. You're not a real fan. It's like, we've spent 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or whatever,
Yep.
how long it's been, and last night talking about things that we enjoy, things we love.
Yep.
And to sit there and say that we don't love Star Wars, if we didn't love
Yep.
Star Wars, we wouldn't be so upset about the direction
Yep.
that we see it's going, the bad
Star Wars
writing.
is
Because we
one of
just
the
want
biggest parts of my
just
life, you
want
know.
good writing. It was a
Oh yeah, no.
it's been a major part of my life.
Yep.
You
It's been
know?
a big part of so many out there who are disappointed of what's going on with the IP.
Yeah.
I
And
remember-
to
I
see
remember
what
going to go
Disney
wanna
is
talk,
doing
it's like-
as disrespectful.
Yes,
We see
they're,
that as a
they're
problem.
disrespecting George Lucas. They're disrespecting the fans. They lie to George. They lie to us. They have proven it over and over again. It's also it was on Vice TV that Disney also owns a little bit rights on, so we knew that they had the show they did there was also because of them. We kind of knew that, and that show is about George Lucas. The show was just about basically trashing George Lucas, and it was basically his ex-wife who did basically everything in Star Wars, not him.
She did a lot. From what I understand, she did a lot of the editing. So she had
She
her
took
hand.
she took the right to say, "Oh, I was the one who made May the Force be with you. I'm the one who hired Harrison Ford. Oh, I thought about this. I thought about that. I did basically everything that she did not do. I can go back, look at books, look at interviews of what the fuck happened behind the fucking scenes because they fucking lied so much in that fucking show that pissed me the fuck off. They did that. This is how they treat George Lucas. They don't care about him at all.
They don't care about the longtime fans. They think we're all toxic and misogynist and racist and all this other crap. It's like, no, we have a intellectual
Even
property.
Bob Iger, if Bob
that we
Iger even
love.
said in his book that Lucas felt, betrayed in a way and tricked. Bob Iger was a fucking idiot to actually mention that, to actually admit that George Lucas was not happy. Not at
Well,
all.
None of us are happy except for some people are for some reason, but
Well,
Dave
Disney's
Filoni is the
Disney
happiest
can't be
one.
happy because they're losing money. They're losing fans.
Dave
When you-
Filoni is just happy
you-
that he can look at his wet dream on TV.
When you look at the audience scores and the audiences tuning in, when those numbers are dropping episode to episode, season to season, you have less and less people watching. There are reasons for that. People are tuning out. They're walking away from Star Wars. There are so many people that are looking at Rebel Moon with hope, thinking that maybe this can be the next big sci-fi franchise we can get behind and we can adore and talk about in a positive manner. Everyone's going to have their opinions on this show,
Yeah.
on the movie coming out. What is it, in December?
Yes,
I'm
22nd, I think.
I'm looking forward to it.
Same
Cautiously-
here. The thing,
and-
I am looking forward to it, but I'm really wary after things
Absolutely.
that Zack Snyder said. But
cautiously
other than that,
optimistic.
yeah.
I
so,
don't
but
even know
other
what the
than
hell you're
that,
talking about.
I just really
you
hope that
don't?
Rebel Moon. I just really hope that Rebel Moon will actually be good, and hopefully the non-binary character doesn't. It's not that important in
No.
the movie. It's because
Yeah.
Zack Snyder said the non-binary, who's a side character.
I'm trying
is
to
part
talk
of
him
the
into
movie.
checking out it. Be quiet. So here's what you do.
Look,
Here's
I don't
what-
give a
here's what
shit
you do,
about
Metro.
all that crap, man. Look, if
Yeah.
the characters are good, I don't give a rat's ass. You know
Yeah.
that.
Look,
so
Watch
so
the
that's why I s-
trailer.
Yeah, watch
Check
the
out,
trailer.
check out the trailer and don't listen to anything Zack Snyder says.
No, but that's the only thing I wanted to come to, is that he
Yeah.
he says a lot of stuff. But I hope, other than that, I just really hope that this movie can do well. I am a Zack Snyder guy. I like a lot of stuff that he does. I like the way he edits, how he does his movies.
Yeah.
I don't like everything,
I mean, I
but I like
hated Josh Whedon's Justice League, but I actually really liked Snyder's cut of
Yeah, a lot of people
Justice
did.
League.
Yeah, I have it on Blu-ray, dude.
I
4K
simply
and
choose
everything.
not to. I choose not to get behind any particular director. I judge it for what it is, not for who made it or who's
No,
acting in it.
I go
not-
after
I
go after
try
because
not
I am an
to.
editor. The thing
What
with me,
the
I am
fuck
an
is that
editor.
noise?
I am a writer. This is like the world I live in
No,
when it comes
there's
to
some look.
editing and
some directors I will stand
directors. I'm
behind.
just gonna say this.
Are we just gonna walk past the oh that I just heard? What the hell was that?
That was me going. No, I
No, but I was gonna say,
Guy. No, is it not Guy Fieri? The guy who made fuck
Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie. I love Guy Ritchie's movies.
yeah.
So I will stand behind.
Yeah,
some
that's
directors.
completely fine. No, for me, it's like
Okay, with
since
the
I
exception of Denzel Washington, I don't try to get. I don't worship.
but
And Idris Elba.
since I
I have
work,
a,
you know, with
apparently I have a thing for domineering black men.
and since I work, you know, with film
Nothing.
and
Fuck
you know,
y'all. That was
I work
well
in
done.
that world with film and editing and special effects, yada yada. Zack Snyder is one of my favorite people to look at of the way he creates movies. I think things could have been a little bit more light in the colors and stuff. But other than that, I really like the way he makes the movies because I think it's a unique take. I really like it a lot. I really like more dark stories, for example, and the stuff, the way he does things. I really like that as, you know, working in the same industry like that, like him with movies and stuff. So I really like that. There's a lot of other creators that I think are pretty decent, pretty good, even though I don't agree with their politics or who the other stuff in their life. But oh,
Oh, apparently we lost Kilted.
maybe we lost Kilted. Hopefully he will come back as his stream.
Yeah, it's in stream. We can't end without him.
No, so hopefully it comes back. But there's a lot of creators I just, you know, I get inspirations from. It's just like, I really like what you did there. That inspired me to, you know, become better. You know, I learn from it. That's the thing I do. But that's how it is when you work in the editing world, the visual effects world, the movie world in general, if you know what I mean.
Well, but man, I gotta say, I am just now, and I haven't really edited any of my videos. I am just now scratching the surface of editing because apparently I need to edit my videos because my videos are very long, as you've seen that I've just been
Oh
streaming.
yeah, I know, dude. I've been editing a lot of fucking long streams for a lot of different creators, and I know how it is, dude. I've done that with ourselves too.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, you're back.
Yeah.
Wow,
I want
that was
to
kinda
try
frightening.
and
I just went poof.
oh,
Okay.
yeah, we were like we can't I guess we gotta we guess we're streaming forever because we can't end it. You're the one who has to end it. So.
No,
Not a word.
I
I'm not
use, you
discarding
know,
everything. I look at my channel. It's like, wait, it's still live. Enter studio.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Oh, cool. Okay.
yeah, no, so the programs I'm using for editing, you know, it's Premiere Pro, DaVinci. You can get DaVinci for free, but
And
it's better to
that's
pay.
that
Send me the link if you wouldn't mind. So
or
right now I'm
somebody.
using Clipchamp right now.
You're lagging, Kilted. Kilted, you're lagging a lot.
Okay,
Am
so
I
what is
lagging
it
or is
here?
it just
What is-
him?
No, it
I
was
can
just
hear both of
Kilted.
you just fine. So
No, I can hear you fine. Try to say some words.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now it
1,
works.
2, 3,
Now it
4,
works.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
It works
11,
now.
12.
Good.
Jason,
Okay,
send me
yeah.
the links for the programs you're using. So right now I'm using Clipchamp. It's a free
Yeah,
program to use.
yeah, I know. I don't like that one. I've gone through so many different just to try them out. Now, Premiere Pro, you have to pay monthly. But it's worth it. It's fucking worth it.
You
It's
said
it's real.
DaVinci's free, so
DaVinci
Is
is
it
free to a
DaVinci
certain
Resolve?
Yeah, DaVinci Resolve is free to a certain point. There's a lot of stuff that you can't get. The only problem I have with DaVinci is that the audio editing is like every other cheap fucking bullshit. So it's harder to edit the audio.
I just want a free one that I don't have to worry about a watermark. That's all I care about.
That's not
Oh
going to
yeah,
happen.
yeah, yeah.
Everything's got a
But
watermark.
no, you don't get that on DaVinci. But the only problem is the audio editing there is fucking terrible. The Premiere Pro has the better option when it comes to editing audio because then you can make dots and you can fix it by hand instead. With DaVinci, you can. It's like every other program. You just when you see it how annoying it is. But
like I said, I'm still new at all. Because like, I mean,
Yeah.
also thank you again for popping in my stream. I appreciate that.
oh, no problem, brother. You do a great job, man, and keep it up, brother.
I'm glad you think so, because I think I'm boring as fuck.
You're not boring as fuck, man. I think you just keep on doing what you're doing, and as I always say, life's too short, and make the most of it. And just
I'm
keep on doing
having
it.
a great time playing the game. I am loving Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Like I hope it's getting across to people who watch that I am absolutely loving this game. And yeah, but still, thank you though. I appreciate it.
No problem.
But we have anything else we want to talk about? We're reaching the 2-hour mark, and I think it is getting close to our bedtime over here.
Oh, it's not getting close to my bedtime. It's getting back to work time. I got a few more things I got to do before top. Yeah, I do need to.
I know it's probably about what, like 1, 3, somewhere like 1 or 3 o'clock over there for you, Jason.
Keep going.
Am I correct? Oh, we lost Jason.
There we go. No, it's like for Jason, I believe it's like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 o'clock in the morning. So everybody's internet is fucking up now.
Not mine.
I think there's something with StreamYard, because we also had a problem, technical issues with StreamYard yesterday.
Yeah, it just shit all over us last night.
And I'm paying for you. Hey, StreamYard, if you're fucking listening, I am Jason Fox from 540 Studio. I'm paying for your fucking program. Fix your fucking shit. I've been using you for fucking years, and you have not fixed the important stuff with the connections and other fucking shit. Fix it, you fucking retards. It pisses me off. Sorry.
It's 5 a.m. for Jason right now.
It is.
Well,
but fix your shit, StreamYard.
I think we should let Jason go get his coffee or whatever he does to get in the morning.
I'm awake, dude. I don't.
We're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about the new James Bond. Oh my fucking god!
Oh,
somebody posted an excerpt of it. Yeah, I'd like to end on something pleasant. I don't know.
Why? Who's the new James Bond?
It's not a matter of who's the new James Bond. It's the dialogue. No. James Bond novels.
Yes, it's not a movie. Not a movie. We're not getting a trans black activist James Bond yet.
Yeah, yeah. Woke, I mean, yeah. It's the Okay, I'm.
Yes.
You're doing okay, Kilted?
Yeah, I'm okay, but I'm gonna go find. I'm gonna find this image because it's let me see. I do believe Disparu shared it, so let me go see if I can find it, because this is. I don't even know how to describe this, so I'm just gonna go find it. Yeah, I'll talk about shit.
I don't like shit, but when you're mentioning shit, okay. I saw Musk did share a picture of Amber Turd as an Overwatch character. She spent 2 months on that costume just for him when they were gonna fuck, and it was fucking terrible.
This is an excerpt. This is an excerpt from the new James Bond novel. They were more serious. There were lots of head nodding. There were grown-ups at the party. Burkett was an ex-Tory MP, famous for promoting stuff. If you can see that. Conspiracy theories, which had spilled over into the usual anti-immigrant, anti-EU, anti-BBC, anti-MSM, anti-cultural Marxism, climate change denial pronouncements. It was an anti-diatribe, anti-trans diatribe. This is from a book. This is from a James Bond book. anti-trans diatribe that had eventually got him kicked out of the party, and he'd soon after set up the New Freedom Party. Bond was struck by something. It was a long while, and this isn't even the worst of it. It's more and more and more. It was a long while since he'd been at any kind of function that was almost exclusively full of men. It felt strange. There was not even a pretense of diversity here. Athelstan hadn't been the least bit concerned about ensuring that half the people he'd hired to carry out his coup should be women or non-white or disabled. This was an unapologetically old-school gathering in Esthallon's and whatever the fuck it. How do you pronounce that? Somebody help me out. Athelstan's world. He was king.
Well,
could do whatever
that
he wanted.
is, in Norway we
Ah?
use that.
Athelstan.
Yeah.
This is a James Bond book.
Really? I know.
Yes.
I know. It is stupid as fuck.
This is
It is the same thing that they're doing with the old James Bond books. They're censoring parts that was offensive and all that fucking crap.
Not just James Bond. Agatha Christie, Roald Dahl's children's book.
Yep.
But
it is okay with other books in schools. I'm not going to go into that, but that's okay.
It's okay to have those books in schools, but you can't have Agatha Christie or fucking Dr. Seuss. Has to be edited. Has to be edited for modern audiences. What I Saw on Mulberry Street. That's a bad book. For fuck's sake, man. But we get this.
That's what they're doing with old
nonsense.
movies too. Old movies. They're trying to censor stuff in old movies. That's why you be sure to have physical.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite thing right here. Okay, this phrase. Okay, way back before I was alive, there was a term. There was a derogatory phrase that it wasn't nice. It wasn't meant as a compliment. It wasn't even meant as a descriptor. It was used as a pejorative. Colored people. But if you take those words and flip them around and put "of" in the middle of it, it's perfectly okay. POC, person of color, people of color. Are you?
I think
they moved.
Like the situation.
They moved two words around.
I think it's kind of like the situation back in. If you watch The Clerks too.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I think they're trying to do like that scene where Randall was like, "I'm taking back the word."
I'm taking it back. Oh, good Lord, have mercy. That's another one. That's like,
But before all this woke stuff, I actually did like some of Kevin Smith's movies, like The Clerks too. I love that movie.
His problem is he stopped eating meat.
Yep, that's his problem, and he became a wokey pokey and a cry fucking baby.
Crying at everything. Oh,
God. When his wife fucks another man, he's like, "Oh my god, it's such a fantastic thing, man! Oh god, I'm crying. This is good, man." Oh yeah, that's how he is. He's praising it.
Shit all over the He-Man franchise. Oh, I'm not gonna do that.
And he also did give the green light for using his face in parodies and CG, deep fakes and everything. So yeah.
No, we know what kind of deep fakes he's using his face in.
Yep. No, because he doesn't want to be forgotten. He wants his fame. He doesn't want to be forgotten or anything. He's been public with this so many times of the stuff that he talks about.
He's lost the plot. He's lost his
way.
He lost the plot.
He lost the plot, and he'll have lied to the people that was fans of him and all that. When he made a He-Man show, he's like, "Oh yeah, But when you go back in the day, he was not a fan of He-Man at all. He said it on his own fucking show that he wasn't a fan of He-Man and all that. And suddenly he's a fan. It's just like, bro, you kind of say that you've always been a fan now, but back in the day, you talked about not being a fan of the fucking He-Man franchise. What the hell are you on, man? What you on? You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You just want to be famous. That's all. That's all he wants.
Yeah. I mean, hey, don't we all want to be famous? Well, not my girlfriend. She does not want to be famous.
I want to be famous.
God, I hated that show.
I loved that show. That was awesome.
It was so stupid.
Island.
It was so stupid. I watched it. Okay, look. To be fair, I watched the entire show, so I thought it was stupid. I liked it, but I hated it.
Fantastic.
What
Oh
show?
no,
I
that
didn't
was
hear.
Total Drama Island, Total Drama Action,
Oh,
the Total Drama series. Dude, those were fucking amazing. I'm sorry. They were just so they were. It was an excellent parody of the whole reality show competitions, man. They were
I saw the
great.
first season. I've only seen the first season. Never seen after that.
Yeah, I stopped watching it after the first season. I only watched Total Drama Island, and that was the only one I watched.
Yeah, dude, remember, I'm a picky person. I've always been a picky person of what I watch, so. And that is
Speaking of Cartoon Network, did y'all know that their channel's being shut down?
Say what?
Cartoon Network, like the building that they worked in, it's going away. Like they're getting it's just they're shutting Cartoon Network down. Like it no longer exists.
Well,
Or
that
the
kinda
building.
sucks.
Yeah, it's going away.
That shit.
No, I didn't know about that. I don't watch that kind of stuff anymore.
They closed their doors.
Oh, really?
I'm getting something done real quick. That's on a time limit, so y'all keep talking.
Well, I mean, we are at 2 hours and 30 minutes, so we could
give a shit.
I don't want to take a shit.
No, I'm gonna be taking a shit in a little while, but that's a whole different story.
I didn't know you were gonna be with Amber.
Yeah. What the fuck were you talking about? What was Amber Heard doing? Amber Turd?
She dressed up like Mercy from Overwatch on a sexual cosplay for Mask that she spent 2 months on. And he posted it on Twitter to be an asshole to her.
I doubt she made that costume herself.
Oh, she did. You can see it on it. It's terrible. It's not well made. She actually tried to do something, and 90% of it's just making it sexual and small pieces. Not the full costume either.
So before he realized who she was,
you got to figure that the sex with her, she is probably an amazing fuck.
You have serious problems, Kilted. You have problems, dude. You have.
So
problems.
I was telling Kilted a couple months ago that if she wasn't batshit crazy, she probably would have, like, she has the look to play Samus Aran from Metroid. She looks like her, but she's too fucking crazy. Like, I don't want to see her.
They wrote a song about it. You're a crazy bitch.
I thought she was a bad actor from before. I knew she was crazy.
I didn't say acting. I just said she looks the part.
Ark, do you have a point? I mean, I am a little. I'm not denying that. No.
By no means do I want her to get any more roles. I'm just saying she looks like Samus. That's it. That's the only thing I'm giving her. Also, the Netflix documentary on it is hilarious, by the way, if you haven't watched it yet.
We're trying to watch. She's talking about a live action or animated. Or
are you talking about the Netflix series they did to diss us YouTubers and making a fucking fool of us?
I thought it was funny.
Okay, hold on a second. Wait, I defend myself here. All I said was she's probably an amazing lay. Okay, amazing woman in bed.
No,
all that extra, look. All that extra stuff that's connected to Amber Heard means no. Get away from me. However, in some way, you could probably understand Johnny Depp, high as a fucking kite, probably got some amazing sex, probably between the two of them, as coked out as they were on whatever. Would I ever do? No, because of all that extra baggage that goes along with it. And I like all 10 of my fingers, and I've cleaned feces out of my bed from all my kids. Don't need an adult size, okay? All right.
I was going to say that Netflix show can go and fuck itself for being so dishonest and trying to make her more of a fucking victim and blaming the fucking internet.
Oh no! They're definitely making it seem like people were like only supporting Johnny, which most people were. Let's be honest. No, I get what you're saying. I think it's ridiculous.
That is what the whole show was about. Is that poor her, boo fucking who? They made her more into a fucking victim. Well, she's not a fucking victim. Yes, she became a meme because she made herself into a fucking meme because she's a fucktard. And this fucking show can go and fuck itself.
No, me and my girlfriend have literally been watching just to make fun of it because it is ridiculous. Like we've been laughing at it because it's utterly ridiculous. I love the whole trial. How stupid
the thing with me, I don't take things that way.
Conversation gets interesting
This
at the end
show
of the stream.
really tried to disrespect the whole fucking streaming community.
Everyone in Hollywood does.
Who I know who I'm in the same community as. I'm just like, bro, you're fucking retards, man. You're so fucking idiots. You're taking stuff out of context, making her look like a fucking victim because she became a fucking meme on Twitter and streams and everything. Yeah, that's how fucking Twitter, YouTube, everything. That's how it fucking works. Yep. She made herself into a fucking meme for shitting the fucking bed, for her fucking bad acting in the fucking trial. She's a fucking retard who tried to pull it up. She couldn't. She's not a great fucking actor. So, this pissed me the fuck off. It really fucking did.
So something Ark said, the whole believe all women and the Me Too movement, I think that did more harm than good. Because that whole thing, because
a lot more harm.
Yeah, I think it did more harm than good, because accusations were made, people's lives were ruined, and they were baseless accusations. They were outright proven false numerous times. I'm not saying they all were, but unfortunately, when you have one or two that are proven to be malicious and false, it does more harm than good, until you get to the point where instead of believing women, you question them and you outright believe that they're lying. And it did so much damage to the actual feminist movement instead of this modern day radical bullshit.
Also, a lot of the fake ones are just trying to get an extra check or money,
which would be the baseless.
Yeah. That's how it is with a lot of these liars. They're destroying the real victims here. They're destroying for the real victims, even if you're a man or a woman. Yeah. The liars are destroying it all. No. Because they just want some fucking fame or something small things. It's just like it is fucking retarded when they do it.
What ends up happening is the women who actually suffered from those attacks, those the stories that you need to believe, are going to be overly questioned and dragged to the point where it's going to get back. It's going to get back to the days where they just don't want to say anything, and that's not good.
Yep, and that goes for both sides.
Way more. I'm pretty sure we surpassed the 5 tangents tonight.
Oh yeah, no, this is just in the last stream.
Oh man!
Other than that, go and watch One Piece, everybody. Good advice. Watch One Piece, the live action.
Eventually, we're going to talk about Arcane. Arcane's fantastic.
Oh, it's so good. I just want a season 2 right now.
Well, it's supposed to be coming next year. That's the latest report.
Is it getting delayed with the strike?
Next year. Oh, fuck it, no. Fuck that strike. God, people. Oh, God.
I'm just asking. Is it getting delayed because of the strike?
I haven't heard anything about it. The latest report that's been talked about, I want to say they talked about it either on Drinker Stream or EFAP, is that the next season's coming out next year, which is perfectly fine with me. I'll wait as long as just keep up the quality. On one hand, they can't wait too long because the passion's there, but at the same time, don't rush this out. Arcane was a masterpiece.
It was
an absolute masterpiece. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down because it is getting late. Oh yeah,
so,
you probably could
in the morning here.
But we're gonna go ahead and go because I do need to use the bathroom. I do have a couple more things to do with work, and I do need to go to sleep. Oh
yeah, we do have to go to work tomorrow.
Eventually. Oh, so anybody got anything they want to say?
Jason? Well, tomorrow on 540 Studio, the Beyond Show.
Yes. Hold on. Wait, how do I do this? Solo. Boom. There we go.
There we go. Well,
I'll remember how to do these things.
Well, tomorrow on 5 Studio, we are gonna have Raging Rhino back on the channel, and of course, we're gonna talk about Ahsoka, yeah, because he is a really Star Wars based channel, really cool guy and a good friend. So we're gonna talk about some Ahsoka stuff, some Star Wars stuff, and some various other stuff. So he's coming on as a guest tomorrow, and Kilted,
That
I
was
think you were
early.
gonna be there, right?
Yes.
Yep.
What time?
And
What? Well, yeah. Send me what time.
I will
Roughly.
send it to you. I will send it to
Okay.
you. No, so we're doing that on Thursday. So it's gonna be real fun to get him back on. It's been a while. Because time zones and everything, it's been really hard for us to like try to do something. It's like every time I do a stream, normally he works, and when like he streams normally, I sleep. So she's like, God damn, dude, the fucking time zones, dude. It is really annoying.
Is it going to be roughly around the same time that we start on Wednesdays? Please, I hope so.
It's gonna be it's Tuesdays for you guys in America, at least. If you live in America, that's like a Tuesday. It's a Wednesday here in Norway when we start, but it's gonna be around the same times that we normally start. But no, that's coming up. Also some small videos. I have released a few new videos. The newest video is from a stream that unfortunately we had a glitch with StreamYard. StreamYard, get your shit together. But it's just me and basically just me and Kilted praising the One Piece show. It's just me and him praising it, talking about all the good things. Just like, this is good. This is Ahsoka sucks, and the fighting here is good in One Piece. And no, we on Sunday it might be a 5cast again. We'll see what happens, and I will have not the podcast, but the podcast in. I think. Let me just double check it. When I had that show again. Go on live. We have that. It will be a Saturday for me, and if you live in American time zone, it will be on a Friday. This Friday for Americans and Saturday for Norwegians. We're gonna have not a podcast, but a podcast episode 17. And that's an open panel, so I will share the link in the chat and also send out the link to various people I know, because that's like a show where you can come, we talk about whatever, we're chilling, we're having fun. So if you're people in the audience want to pop in and talk to us creators that and get to know us and talk about your opinions on these shows, what's going on with the comic world, movie world, whatever, you have your opinions on stuff.
Hey, Jason, if we ever get the guy that we talk about on the show, I'd like you just to sit back and listen to kind of hear the poor man's delusion when it comes to Star Wars.
Be nice. Be nice. Come on.
He knows.
Be nice.
But other than that,
I'm jealous of his love, of his optimism. Almost.
Look. I have argued with him many times. I know him personally. It's okay. I can make jokes about him. He can make jokes about me. It's all good.
Okay.
But so Hosh, if you have, it sounds like I said Hosh, but if you have time to, you're welcome to the open panel on that stream, and to everybody else.
Yeah, just send me a reminder.
I will, man. And I want to say thank you to Kilted for having me on, brother. It's an honor to always be here with you, man. And I'm happy I had time to join tonight. And Hosh, it's always good to meet you, brother. And keep up doing your streams on Twitch. And I hope that your videos will pop more up. And I sent you the link to the editing programs.
Yeah, I got them. I appreciate it.
And if you need some help, you don't, just contact me. I work in this industry with editing. So if there's something you need help with, you just contact me if there's anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna need help blurring a lot of penises and boobies and all that stuff out, because I didn't hold back on the Baldur's Gate nudity.
And to the audience, thank you for being here and supporting all of us. It's like I always say, life's too short, make the most of it. And we on this panel, we love you, we appreciate you, and we would not been here today if it wasn't for all of you people out there. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it.
That is correct.
You guys inspire us every single fucking day. So thank you, everybody.
And there's no way in hell I could follow up that finish. So good night, everybody. Y'all have a good one. Thank you for joining us.
Subscribe to YouTuber stuff.
I don't even know what the fuck you just said.